From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So, what's new?
What's new? Yeah, a lot, huh?
Question.
Yes.
How's the battery life on your phone?
It died 3 times last night. Yeah. So
You bring a charger with you today?
No, it's full. I'm fully charged. I'm not even looking at my phone today. It was incredible last night. So anyway, what we're talking about is yesterday on the show, I had Mocha watch a short film, a video that I released last night, and we got Mocha's sort of blind reaction to it, and it was incredible.
Cool.
It was
Didn't
incredible.
really react at all.
You're
I laughed.
You laughed. You cried.
Did I?
Yeah, 4 times. I think 4 times. Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
Don't remember that.
And what that video was a 15-minute clip that I put out and had shot where I spoiled the end of my book, and the end of my book was me proposing to Catherine.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It's already out there. And so that was released last night, and the response was incredible. Like, it was wild. And everybody's happy. Yes.
Yes, of course. We're happy. We're proud. I don't know. I don't even know what you want to. Let me just check. Have you been able to check the stats on
what?
On the
video?
views?
No.
Hold on here.
I have questions.
So 5,000 views so far.
On what? That's on YouTube.
Just on YouTube.
Well, because
right?
it was crazy because I had to try and put it. We'll get to questions in 1 sec more. I'm not ignoring you, bro. I had to put it on YouTube because I was trying to upload it everywhere all at the same time. But as we were uploading it all at the same time, we lost power in the house and the Wi-Fi went down. So we had to restart everything. And because I had said 6 o'clock is when this was going up, and it was like 6:01. Like Maurie was writing me going, it's 6:03, right?
I know. I was getting DMs from
My
fans.
dinner was getting cold.
It was tough, and so we had to start over on everything. So it was a gradual thing because the website had so much traffic, we couldn't do anything on it. So it was like YouTube, and then the website, and then Insta and Facebook, and then everywhere else.
Like, how is it that right at 6 o'clock,
bro? Don't.
It's like your ops were paying attention.
Yeah,
and cut the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts. A tree fell outside, so we lost Wi-Fi.
A tree.
Yeah,
Quote,
believe me, I took
unquote.
pictures of it just so I could send it to people if they didn't believe me. I took pictures of the bloody
enemies.
thing. Yes, my enemies, they're after me. But no, it was beautiful. So, and I'm sure a lot of people have questions. I've been trying to answer questions as many as I can just through DMs and whatnot. But Maury, you have a question?
I have, I think 2. Matthew and I came up with 2.
2 questions. Okay, go
yes,
ahead.
I remember what they are. Okay,
Yes.
1, in the video, there was no ring. Did you give her a ring at a different time, or is there no engagement ring?
So that is a very good question. There was no ring simply because, 1, I think that Catherine should be able to pick her own ring. And 2, I couldn't go ring shopping because it would get out.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Or you could do what I did and use like a candy ring.
No, I didn't. I thought about it. I thought I had a fake one there that I was going to just sort of use as a prop, and then I thought no, it was just, so I put that in a drawer, and I
would have gone and bought it for.
use
Well, actually, no. Then people recognize me, and then
You could have
think that
borrowed
there's-
mine. I'm not using it.
People would have thought
That's some bad juju on that ring.
problems at home and stuff.
Yeah, right. Like I just couldn't. Like I thought about getting just calling a jeweler and saying, hey, can I borrow one? Like all this stuff. But then it would have been seen in the video because you can't do a video like that. Like I thought for a second, I was like, when it comes to the ring, right? I can't do a video like that with a ring and not get like that bachelorette shot of the ring.
Yeah, Neil.
Right?
What's the guy's name? Neil Lane?
Yeah, like
Neil
I
Lane?
can't get that
Yeah.
shot. And then what would happen is eventually the one that she would be wearing would be a different ring. And let's just say it's smaller and people would think that like I used a big giant fake ring just for the video.
Yeah.
And I don't have that much money that I can't buy that big ass ring, right? You know what I mean? So I thought I was getting into a bad place with the ring. Question number 2, Maury.
Question number 2, is Catherine going to change her last name?
That is entirely up to Catherine. Yeah. That is entirely up to Catherine. Now, we're engaged. We didn't say we're getting married, Maury.
Oh,
I'm
question
joking.
number
I'm joking.
3.
I'm joking.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz's memoir, A Little Bit Broken, is out everywhere tomorrow, including the audiobook. He dropped a video on YouTube Thursday night, kind of spoiling the end of the book, but all for a good reason.
Today, I am proposing to my girlfriend, Catherine, right here, and she has no idea. This secret is one that I've been working on for 2 years. I wrote a book called A Little Bit Broken, and up to this point, nobody has seen it yet. This is like one of one. There's one copy that exists in the world. I may be the only person who's ever written an entire book just to propose to the person they love, who, by the way, is the greatest woman I have ever known.
Hello, it's the Roz and Mocha Show. What's going on? Who's this?
It's Louise. Who's this?
Hi, Louise. It's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hello. I just want to say congratulations to Roz. I saw the video last night. I was in tears. I love you. I love Catherine. I love Roxy. You were a winner having Catherine, and now she's a winner having you.
Oh, thank you. Is that a fake accent?
Thanks. No, it's not a fake accent. It's a South African accent.
Okay, I
Bro,
know.
like she just said all these nice things, and here you are coming in.
I'm not fake.
No, I was distracted. Listen, I thank you for everything you said, right? Okay, I really do. It means the world to me. But I have to. You have to understand the amount of people that called into this show just to troll me. Okay, like my guard is
I don't troll.
My
I don't
guard
even
is
know how to do that.
It's always up. Okay, I apologize. Then your beautiful South African accent. I love the South African accent.
Hey, Louise, question for you. When you watch the video, the proposal video that Roz put up on social, is there one specific part that got to you?
When he was with... Oh, I'm crying now. When he was with Roxy at the very, very end, sitting on that bench.
Oh, girl. That part got... I think that's the one...
God.
That's the one that hit me the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You look beautiful. Come have a seat. I just want to say that I've never wanted anything as much as I wanted you.
I love you.
I love you. And that today I've been planning for 2 years. And your opinion and your heart is the only thing that matters today. And so I just wanted to ask you if you would be okay if I asked Mom to marry me.
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You are like the only proof that I need that dreams come true.
I saw your video too. I watched yours first. That's how I found out that I had to quickly go to Catherine's to watch it.
Right.
On Instagram. I'm old, so I don't really understand all these things. But I saw Mocha videoed with you videoing him in the studio crying. And I thought, oh, my God, what's happening? And then I quickly saw it.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You're going to love it. What part of releasing that video is that I needed people to know that there's a happy ending.
Okay. Oh, my God. I love you guys. You're amazing.
We love you right back, Louise. Thank you so much for calling in. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.
I'm so happy I got to speak to you. Love you guys. Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, you had people in their feelings last night, man. Video went live like pretty much everywhere on your website, on YouTube, on IG. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, I don't know how you would have avoided it, but this is, and we're getting like so many phone calls. So we'll get to your calls in a second, but this is how your video that you posted yesterday started.
Today, I am proposing to my girlfriend, Catherine, right here, and she has no idea. This secret is one that I've been working on for 2 years. I may be the only person who's ever written an entire book just to propose to the person they love, who, by the way, is the greatest woman I have ever known.
Oh, I recognize this phone number. What up, Fabian?
Yo. Congratulations, Rod.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I had to call, I had to text, I had to everything, man. You had man in tears last night, bro.
Now, Fabian, longtime listener of the
OG
Roz Mocha
listener.
Show, OG, 13 plus years strong. We know you and your family are huge fans of the show. My question to you is, did you watch with your wife and daughter last night, or did you save that as like a Fabian-only exclusive to watch a video?
Me and my wife sat down, rolled up a nice J, and enjoyed it together, man.
Wow.
Wait, enjoyed the J together or the video?
At both.
Oh. Now, was it, because we know you're so much of a weed head, for medical purposes, of course.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it doesn't matter because it's legal now. But did you save a special
Yes, I
joint
did.
for the occasion?
You did. Yeah. You're
All
the
right.
best.
So you guys are smoking. You're watching the video. Initial thoughts, bro.
So, like, I got the wife down, we sat down, we watched it. And then as soon as Raj said I pretty much wrote this book to propose to Catherine, I just started, it was it. It was a waterfall from there on out.
Aw.
I couldn't stop, man. Like, honestly, Raj, so happy for you, bro. Like, it's about time. But, you know, like, you're so, like, you guys were meant for each other, man. And I wish you nothing but the best. Indigo Bookstore is going to be a party, bro.
Yo, wild night at the bookstore, I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no book signing, bro. This is a party, bro.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. I cannot wait to see you there.
Yeah, same here, man. Like, I love you guys, Rod, like, and everybody. Like, oh my God, no, like, this brought so much joy to me, man. Like, and you could see 5 o'clock in the morning, I was texting you guys.
Fabian, you know we love you, dog. Thank you so much for
same here.
sharing
Thank
your
you
thoughts
for-
with us.
Thank you for taking me on air, man. I know today's going to be busy, man. I love you guys, and I can't wait for the 28th.
Yes, wild night at the bookstore.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Roz has no idea.
No.
None
No
whatsoever.
idea what's going to happen, man.
I can't.
All right, Fabian, we got to go, man. We got another call to take care.
Yeah, I could do it, man.
All right,
dude.
later,
Bye.
brother.
Hello, it's Roz Mocha. Who's this?
Hey, Peter. Good morning, guys.
What's up, Pete?
man?
First time, long time, brother.
All
First
right.
time, long time.
First time
Yeah.
caller, long time listener. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you guys too, Raj. You got a grown man crying, man. Really, really. I must say congratulations, and I'm really proud of you. I'm happy for you as well, man.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that.
Bottom of my heart, bro. And definitely, I didn't order your book yet, but I'll be down there next week, brother.
Yeah?
I'll be down
Oh,
there.
at the book
come on
signing.
down. Come on down next week. It'll be great.
Yes, sir.
It'll be on September 28th, 7 p.m. Indigo at Bay and Bloor. So did you watch the video like right when it dropped last night, or did you just watch it now?
I just watch it now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's why you sound so like congested.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know,
Oh, buddy.
I'm still teary-eyed, but still
Yeah.
teary-eyed, guys.
Did you watch it with Jenna yesterday, Mocha?
Oh my God, guys, I have to tell
Yeah.
you this. So I was going to show Jenna,
Yeah.
and she is just as emotional as I am, right?
Very much so.
And she said, "Is it going to make me cry?" And I was like, "Girl, like it made me cry." And she said, "I don't know if I'm ready for all that emotion. Tell me about the video first."
Right.
And then I started telling her, and all the times that I cried and laughed,
Yeah.
just by my description,
Right.
she was crying and laughing.
Really?
She didn't even watch the video.
She didn't watch the video?
I think she watched it.
my
No.
God.
I think she
That's
watched
so
it
funny.
after I went to bed, after
Right.
Cruz went to bed, and she had time to focus, right?
Right,
Because
right.
in our house during the day, it's already chaos with the 2 dogs. And then as soon as Cruz gets home from school, it's just madness in the house.
Yeah.
There's like no time to sit to do anything.
Yeah.
So she needed her time by herself with 0 distractions. So I believe she watched it after
That's
I went to
crazy.
bed. But based on what I described to her, like almost instantaneous, she started crying.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Our girls are so similar. Like, if somebody said, "Oh my God, there's this video. Let me tell you about it," I'd be like, "No, shut up." But Catherine's the same way. If like there's something cool, she's like, "I'm like, here, come and watch this." She's like, "Just what is it?" And I'm like, "Just come and watch this." She's like, "No, tell me what it is." And I'm like, "I don't want to tell you what it is because it ruins it."
Completely.
She's like, "Just tell me what it is," and I'll tell her the whole thing. And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's funny." And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's hilarious. I just, but listen, thank you so much. It was such a hard secret to keep for so long. Like it was, and like my mom only found out on Saturday.
Craziness.
Wow. Yeah. Like we didn't tell anyone. We did this and we locked it down.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
props to your 12-year-old Roxy for
Right.
keeping a secret because kids are
Right.
terrible at keeping
Yeah.
secrets.
I live with the two biggest spoilers in the world.
Yeah.
Catherine and Roxy. They spoil everything, right?
man.
And they're fine with it. So yes, them keeping it a secret was a real big thing. And then everybody with the book. And here's the other thing too. When we sent the book out, for like reviews and like interviews to press and all this stuff, they all got a copy without that chapter.
Okay.
Right. And so nobody knew.
Had to keep it a secret.
And I could have killed the book because it may
Yeah.
just not have been interesting for people or they may have felt, slighted or whatever. But nobody got that chapter until Catherine saw that chapter.
Hey, Peter, before we let you go, is there one part in that video that Roz released yesterday that like really got to you?
Yeah, at the end when Catherine, I guess, was reading that last part, like, I mean, that the tears just came down, I mean, it was so, emotional. And when she was crying also, that one really, really hit me. And also Roz too, shedding tears, like, wow, that was like, what the hell?
Yeah, man.
Like, that was really nice, man. That's
Crying
nice.
it up.
I'll beat you a big man. That's nice, brother. Really, really nice. Really, really touching. It was really awesome. And congrats and stuff, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Peter, you're the best.
Love you
Have
guys.
a
Love you
wonderful
guys.
day. We love you right back, man.
All right. Take care, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
He's Roz, I'm Mocha. Welcome to it, yo. Feeling good.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, man. Got a book coming out tomorrow.
You do?
I do. Shut up with that. Come on now. Who does that? Why do people do that? I don't understand why people do that. It's such bad form to like.
How have we never talked about it?
I don't know. I don't know. Listen. Okay, then never mind. I'm not going to say anything. I
This is
can't stand when
fantastic, 'cause
people
now
do
the
that.
tables
That's
have
like-
turned.
That's like what people you don't like say.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Hey, hope you have a good Christmas. It's Christmas. Shut up.
Wow. Oh, guys.
You know what I mean? Nobody likes that.
Yo, turn your headphones down
It's
for a
not
sec.
funny for anybody
Turn
except
your
for
headphones
you.
down for a sec.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Maurie, Sham.
I can still hear you.
He's like really stressed.
I'm not stressed.
I know, but the interesting
my
you both
God.
have literally have done this to me anytime I talk about my engagement.
What engagement?
See?
Oh, get over it. That's old news. You've been married for years now.
Also, can we just say now, for years, Maurie felt that he had a lock on like the most well planned out cool engagement on this show.
Yeah.
Did I just take that title?
Bro.
It's funny. I talked to Matthew about this, and we're like, I don't know. We were on stage with Mariah Carey.
No. Can I just say, Roz, you have ruined it for every other person out there that's wanted to propose because their significant other is looking at your video and then looking at their partner and being like, you didn't write me a book.
Okay, right. Yeah, you didn't plant me flowers.
Right?
Okay.
You didn't spend 2 years.
Okay, but I will say this. I did not do it for that. If you haven't seen the video, you can go check out the video. I did not do it for that. But you know me. I'm not the grand gesture kind of guy, right? Like that's
This
just not
is a
me.
pretty big
I know it
grand
is.
gesture.
I know. I've done
This
it
is like
once.
the grandest of gestures.
There will never be another grand gesture out of me. I can tell you that much right now. I'm done. I've exhausted all my grand gesturing, right? I've exhausted all my grand
After
gesturing.
that? Or she
no!
knows.
Did your
Wow.
ex come out of the woodwork and say you didn't do that for me?
No, Maurie. No, I've done all my grand gesturing. That's it. That's all you get. Now, I will say this though. I thought about Maurie and his title of having this sort of big grand gesture proposal on this show, and I knew as soon as I released that video, I was like, ding, 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 and knew, right? Like champ, right?
Yeah.
Like I knew I took the title. I
Wait, did
knew
you
I
do
took
this
the title.
out of spite?
No, I didn't do it out of spite. But when I realized that there could be an aspect of this that could be interpreted as spite, I embraced it.
I still don't think
Right?
it's ding, 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 champ. That's
You
all
don't think
get.
so?
Yeah.
So just to remind
can I-
people,
you
just to
can't say
remind
that.
people.
Let me. Okay, yeah.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead,
I
Maury.
was gonna say it's amazing. Like, don't get me wrong. What you did
Yeah.
is like insane.
Okay.
But I still don't think it throws mine in the bucket. Like, I
didn't
still
say-
think that mine was epic.
Okay. So, in yours, remind people again what yours was because I
Gladly,
forgot.
I'd be more than happy to.
Okay. Yeah, please.
It took me an entire year to plan it, by the way.
Yeah.
I proposed to my now husband Matthew on stage with Mariah Carey at a Mariah Carey show.
Right.
Very first ever gay proposal at a concert.
And how many have happened since?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds. Right?
Well, like, give or take.
Yeah, hundreds.
Probably.
She's into that, right?
Yeah,
You know
probably
what I
in
mean?
the thousands.
It's good PR for Mariah Carey.
Yeah, although the ones that she's done since have been her staff, but sure.
Yeah, sure. But it's good PR for Mariah Carey. And I'm not saying that's not a great grand gesture. I'm not saying that that's not a great grand gesture at all. I'm just saying that I think in the world of grand gesture proposals, I'm now the champ on this show.
Oh, easily.
I don't. I mean, sure, but I don't know. I mean, it depends on
You
what
just finished
kind.
saying sure, and
No,
yeah,
I'm-
like a bunch of times.
I'm not going to sit here and argue. I'm just going to say that
It
it
sounds like you're
depends on
arguing
what
now.
kind of proposal you like. Some people might still say that. I mean, wow, mine. I mean, Matthew loves mine. I made that happen.
He can't.
I gave
can't.
Matthew what he wanted.
He just can't.
Why would I just? Why would I just?
Can't.
Why would I just?
Can't. Anyway, yeah. So I don't even know what the hell I was saying.
Your book's out tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Maury.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Morgan, what's going on? It's Roz Mocha.
Oh my God.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay. Now, before we continue with you, Morgan, Roz,
Yeah.
I got to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
First of all, your memoir, A Little Bit Broken,
Yeah.
is finally out tomorrow.
Right.
We got the book signing Wednesday night at Indigo, downtown Toronto, Bay and Bloor, 7 p.m. DJ Climax is going to be there. The entire Roz and Mocha Show is going to be there. Wild night at the bookstore.
Yeah.
After all of this time, knowing that you've spent 2 years of your life writing this book,
Yes.
are you at all nervous for tomorrow's date?
No.
Really?
No.
Knowing that finally, after all this time, after talking about it so much, that everyone is going to, like, we're all collectively going to be able to read the words that you wrote.
I'm sort of calm about the whole thing.
Really?
I really am, yeah. And it's interesting because we've interviewed enough people, right? Like I've talked to so many people over the years that have had a project, whether it's an album or whatever it is. And I'm always curious and I always ask about how they feel that moment where something goes from being theirs and only theirs to no longer belonging to them. And now as soon as you release it, it belongs to the world. It's up for interpretation, all those other things. For 2 years when you work on something, it is only yours. And at a certain point, you give it away. And it's no longer mine at that point, right?
Yeah.
It just belongs to everybody else. And so that's where I am right now. And it's sort of a weird, calm feeling. Like it's okay. I will say this, that the people that mattered to me the most and how they felt about the book have already read it. And I know how they felt about the book. And so, sorry, Maury.
Okay, so the reason why we're talking to Morgan right now, huge Roz and Mocha fan, is because Morgan is one of the select few who pre-ordered the book and actually received it from Amazon over the weekend.
Bro, there was some people that filled up my DMs where like Amazon sent out books early.
Yeah.
Like people got them on Friday.
Dog, I was checking because we got a bunch of Amazon orders on the weekend, and I was checking, and none of those boxes contain your book. And every time I check my orders list, it still says that the book that I pre-ordered back in April when you announced it is still showing up tomorrow. Morgan, here's what I need to know from you.
Wait, no spoilers, Morgan, okay?
Okay, no spoilers.
Okay, Morgan, so you got the book on Friday, right?
I got the book on Thursday.
You got it on Thursday. Oh my God.
Amazon.
Hold on. Did you get the book before Roz dropped the YouTube video?
No, I did
Oh, okay.
not.
So you got it after the spoiler. So here's what I need to know from you right now, Morgan. Huge Roz and Mocha fan. Did you read the entire book?
The entire book.
Oh my God, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made it my mission to read the whole book this weekend.
So Morgan is the very first civilian we've talked to that has read the entire Roz memoir. Thoughts?
I honestly, Roz,
like you said in the book, we're family. I've been listening to you for 13 years. You've been part of our morning routine for 13 years. And I didn't think it was possible for me to love you anymore.
Oh.
And I really do after this book.
How many times during the reading of the book did you cry?
Oh, a lot. I cried a lot. I laughed a lot. I rolled my eyes at you a lot.
Yeah.
I can't wait for those parts of the book.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. So now you understand when I released the when I did the spoiler video, when I released the proposal, of the one thing that I had said was that I needed people to go into this knowing that there was a happy ending, because there's some parts in the book that are really tough to read, and I needed you to know where you guys were going. Did you get the sense that, like, were there parts that you were like, you know, man, this is tough?
Yeah. The whole part about your dad was I had to sometimes put the book down and just come back to it because it was very emotional, and I could feel that through your writing.
How long did it take for you to read the book?
I read it between Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning.
Wow.
Wow. Did you? So you pretty much like plowed right through the night.
Oh yeah. I couldn't put it down. Well, I did for a little, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish it.
Now that we have you on the phone, since you've read Roz's book, do you have, without spoiling anything, right? Because the rest of us civilians haven't received the book yet. Do you have any questions for Roz that won't spoil the experience for anyone that's getting the book as of tomorrow?
I have two.
Yeah.
On the back cover, are you wearing your dad's cardigan?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. And?
Do you have pictures from when you had platinum blonde hair?
Yes.
Because we need to see that.
Oh, so they're not in the book. Oh, right.
No,
you
there's
already
no
said there's no pictures in the book.
No, they wanted to do pictures, and I was
Yeah.
like, nah, man, nah.
Where's the platinum blonde hair picture?
Oh my God, I think my mom has a couple and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like on the fridge?
Yeah. No, not on the fridge. What do you think? My mom's abusive?
I don't know. Man. I just assume. Listen, in our house, my mom has like photos on the fridge.
Yes. Oh my God. So I can't thank you enough. This is amazing. You are Morgan. You're the first person who is not directly tied to me that has read it, and your review and feedback means the world to me, because that's really all that matters to me.
I'm so happy that I could be the first, and it feels like a really cool flex that I can now.
Yeah,
for the
sure.
rest of my
Flex away,
life.
girl.
Listen, just to up the numbers game here for Roz, did you leave a review on Amazon?
You can't yet.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, not yet. Not until tomorrow.
It's out tomorrow.
Not until it's out tomorrow.
No, it wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
Yo, save it in your drafts, girl, and get that copy and paste tomorrow, okay?
I will.
Thank you, Morgan. Love you lots.
Thank you so much. I love you both so much.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Today's the day, a little bit broken, a memoir by our very own Roz. Is available everywhere.
Thank you.
Everywhere and anywhere you get your books.
Anywhere you buy those things.
And your audiobook as well.
Yeah. You got the audiobook
for purchase. Yes.
Did you listen to it at all?
I am 4 chapters in.
Really? Wow. Did you listen to it on the drive in today?
Yep.
Oh, that's rough. Don't
Yeah.
start your day with this, man.
This is going to be my life this week.
Yeah?
Yeah. My goal is to finish the book.
You will.
I'm here in case you want to give me anything.
No, later you will get your coffee later, Maurie. Trust me on that. Today's the day where we find out if Maurie worked his way into the book or not.
So, spoiler alert, so far, no.
It could either be a great or bad Jewish New Year.
That's right. I'm sorry to do this on the holidays, Maury.
It wasn't planned that way, by the way.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's some sort of like Jewish miracle prayer that you want to be saying right now.
The Shema? Okay.
Yeah, the Shema. I would do that. I would lean heavy on the Shema right now.
Yeah, double Shema. Maybe even triple Shema.
Yeah.
You feeling good today?
Yeah. I
thought
feel.
you were asking me.
Yeah, Maury, you okay, buddy? Yeah, you're good. Okay, thanks. Yeah, no, I feel good. I'm in a sort of like, I did a lot of talking about it yesterday. I went up to ET Canada yesterday and did ET Canada Live, and then did like a 25-minute interview with Cheryl for the network show for ET Canada.
Did she get emotional
about
during
the book?
The interview, because I know you guys have obviously a close relationship and working on that show forever together.
Yeah, there was. You'll see it. I don't want to sort of spoil their interview or whatever way they're going to cut it, but like there was one point where we were just like both crying.
Oh, buddy.
During the interview.
Yeah.
And it's it was like an emotional day, and then I got home and Catherine had tacos waiting for me, and I was just like, she's just the best, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I did a lot of talking about it yesterday. A lot of talking about it. And
Well, we don't have to talk about it today then.
No, we can. It's all good. But I'm just saying that like the sort of more you talk about it, the easier it is. Because with the book, it was the one thing that I is that the sort of harder parts in life and the stuff that you've never talked about was actually the easiest stuff to write. It was the sort of almost the joyous stories were more difficult to put down. Yeah, the hard stuff just came out because it was all just stacked there, right?
Yeah.
And you had never said anything to anybody before. I'd never told these stories before. So it was like I just had all this material. I just had all this stuff, and it was just like, okay, it's go time now. But no, it was a really good interview.
Call your mom today?
Am I going to call? Yeah, I'll call my mom today. Yeah. I mean, realistically, she should call me.
I don't see how that makes sense.
Oh.
Actually, no, I agree. She should call you.
Yeah, it's my big day. She should call me. I'm not going to wait around and not talk to my mother today at a spite or anything like that.
I think your mom and your brother should call you today.
Yes, yeah, my
two of
brother.
them.
My brother said something real great to me yesterday, which was really beautiful.
What
But
did he say?
I'm not saying anything to you. That's private.
You can't say my brother said something really nice to him and then not tell us.
Why not?
If it's private, then don't say that.
How many things in your life happen to you that you don't tell Matthew?
Oh.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay. maybe you might want to leave that one right there, Maury.
Yeah. Don't you have triple schma to say right now, bro?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right. So the time has come. There was a mystery going into this whole book thing with us. And when I announced it, Damn It, Maury had one question about my book. And what was that question, Maury?
Am I in the book?
Am I in the book? And I said at the time, Maury, you can work your way in the book.
Yeah.
And so Maury spent months making custom T-shirts and everything else, trying to work his way into the book.
Loosely.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, it was an expensive shirt.
So today is reveal day.
Okay.
It is reveal day. Damn it, Maury.
My heart's pounding.
Run down the hallway and come and grab a book.
Okay.
Okay?
And here's the thing.
Okay,
What we discovered.
Here comes Maury.
What we discovered over the weekend is that for some people, Amazon kind of screwed up and they delivered the book before today's date.
They did.
Right?
They
and
did.
So there's a bunch of people who have read the book, right?
Take it back. Out you go. Yep.
And so they know the answer.
They do.
Right?
I know. There's people that know. People have said it to me like out loud.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, easy. Okay.
My book is. I hope my book is at my front steps when I get home from work today.
Okay, so Maury, you have the book. How does it smell?
It smells like a brand new book.
Okay.
It smells really nice.
Now, do you think
The
you're in
feel is-
there?
I'm not done talking about how great your book feels.
Okay.
I love the glossiness of the cover. As a huge book lover, this is a moment.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to take a break. We're going to come right back, and we will reveal.
Oh my God, the back photo, you look so hot.
Thank you very much. Oh God, he's saying a lot of nice things. And we will reveal whether Maury is in the book or not.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so it is reveal time. I wrote a book called A Little Bit Broken.
Out everywhere, by the way.
Out everywhere.
Including the audio version, the
Yes.
audiobook.
Damn it, Maury. I gave Damn it, Maury his copy of the book, and the question Maury had when I wrote this was, am I in it? Maury, have you been able to find out yet, just from flipping through, whether you are, in fact, in the book or not?
No, but I found 6 F words.
Oh.
Already?
Only 6?
There's probably more.
8, 9, and 10. 8. All on the same page.
That's what I said. It's 18 plus, Deepa.
Okay.
It's 18 plus, this book, Maury. Any luck yet? Well, I wouldn't stick to the beginning chapters, Maury, because I didn't know you when I was 12. It's not going to be anywhere there. It's not going to be anywhere there.
Not here.
Not here.
Okay.
What page are you on?
285.
Okay. Out of?
Out of 331.
Okay.
Keep going.
Oh, could this be it?
What?
You said here, that boy.
No.
Congratulations, you made it in the book.
Is Maurie in the book? This is incredible. He's flipping. He's flipping. He's flipping. He's
What page are you on now?
303.
Okay.
Oh.
Did I go too far?
Keep looking.
Oh, my God. Wait, we're back to 1980?
No.
Oh, okay. My dad never...
He's flipping. He's flipping.
Oh,
he's
wait.
flipping.
This chapter is called The Hard Way Home.
What page is that?
316.
No, you were way too far.
Way too far?
Way too far.
Oh, so hold on.
Wait, you just answered something.
Way too far. Hey, Maurie.
Yeah?
Go to page 291.
Oh my God. Is Maurie in the book? You wouldn't be saying 291 if he wasn't in the book.
I'm not on that page.
Keep looking.
Oh.
Read it out loud. Read it out loud. Read it out loud.
Anyone who's ever written a book has that one friend who's going to skim through the entire thing looking for their own name. Maurie Sherman, this is for you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So Maurie is...
Yeah,
Maurie
big troll job right there.
Maurie is a footnote. Maurie is a footnote.
No,
That's cooler than anything.
Maurie is Maurie is a footnote in my book.
Oh my
That's
God.
cooler than being in the book.
Do you want to?
This is better.
Do you want to read it again? Read it out for people again, more.
With a cross next to it, it says, anyone who's ever written a book has that one friend who's going to skim through the entire thing looking for their own name. Maurie Sherman, this is for you. That is fantastic.
Hey, okay, real question, serious question, okay?
Yeah.
Was that footnote added like after you finished the book, or did you already know that you were going to have that in there at the very beginning of planning to write this book?
It was already there, but everybody involved knew that if there was ever going to be a last change to the book, it was going to be to remove the footnote.
Oh
my God. So I earned my way in.
Congratulations, damn it, Maurie!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I wanted to get some fan reaction. I had said to fans yesterday, "Hey, listen, if you're reading a chapter and something hits you, and you get inspired or you feel something, just send me a note and just so we can play the recording of it on the show." But quickly before we get to that, Maurie, not a review, just because Mocha is not that far into the book yet. Not a review at all, but just your initial reaction because Maurie's completed the book.
It's the single greatest book I've ever read.
Wow.
And I'll just say the sad parts are sad.
Yep.
The funny parts are hella funny.
Yep.
And I would have been best friends with your dad.
Oh. Wow, interesting. That is a great reaction. That is right there. That's a fantastic reaction. Thank you, damn it, Maurie, for that. I really appreciate that, man. So I wanted to get fans an opportunity to sort of give their reactions to things that they've read so far. And a lot of people I know binged it in one day. Which
crazy.
To me is shocking, but thank you for that. I don't know where you want to start. I don't know who you want to start with.
Let's start with this one that we got from Krista.
Hey, Roz. My name is Krista. 26 seconds. That's how long it took me listening to your book before I started crying.
Wow.
26 friggin' seconds.
Crazy,
26
right?
seconds.
Look at Diva. Diva looks like she's about to cry right now.
I know.
I absolutely love this one from Kevin. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen to this. It's a little bit long, but whatever.
Yeah.
It deserves to be played in its entirety.
My name is Kevin. I've gotten 4 hours in today on the Roz Weston's memoir, A Little Bit Broken. I barely got through the first chapter. I had to call my father immediately. Listening to the book, you're listening to Roz, you're listening to Roz tell a story, but the whole time I've been thinking about myself. I've been thinking about my life, and I've been thinking about the people that shape me and the people that are impacting me and how important your experiences are. And this memoir is the first memoir I've ever listened to, and it's the most human thing I've ever heard, to the point where I'm only thinking about myself. And I'm just a regular guy. I'm a regular dad. I have a father. I have a wife. I have children. And it's just the most human, realist thing I've listened to. I've cried the entire second half when he's talking about his father, because all I can think about is mine and how my father gives me drive for how much he's proud of me. It's really, really good, and I'm gonna go right back and listen to it. I'm just letting my headphones charge right now.
Oh man!
Did you get that too, more? Did you like see yourself in anything a little bit?
I saw myself in many, many different, just not the dating women parts.
Yeah.
But everything else I found.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. What's that? No spoilers. I'm not
like,
done
no, there
yet.
are like a million. And can I just, okay, there's one part that really I read it and I wanted to like kill you.
Oh, wow.
Like you said a line and it hit hard.
Oh, okay. Not for something I did.
No.
'Cause- Okay, cool.
I guess I can't say.
No, not right now. We will get to that. We will get to all of that stuff. I promise.
Let me play.
Because I do want to hear it.
Let me play one more. These are reviews that were coming in from people yesterday who started either reading Roz's memoir or started listening to the audiobook.
Roz, I've started your book, and oh my god, you are such a strong and admirable person who has shared this story. And I admire you so much because I myself have gone through adversities and have a life goal of doing exactly what you just did, publishing a book and becoming stronger from making it to the other side. Congrats, man.
There you go. So,
So
I'm
good.
sure as people make their way through the book, either reading it or listening to it, you're going to be getting more and more of those.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Everyone in this room is super tired.
Yeah, man. Wild night at the bookstore last night.
Yo.
That was crazy. I was so just humbled and full of emotion, and we rammed Indigo like Indigo had never been rammed before. 500 people showed up
Can I
at
ask you a
the
question?
signing last night. Yeah.
When you arrived, you came in through a back door.
I did,
And
yeah.
I was talking to your mom, and I said, I don't think Roz has seen this crowd.
I hadn't.
When you saw that crowd for the first time, tell me your feeling.
So here's what happened is that they wanted me to sort of go a backstage way. And then when Sangeeta Patel introduced me, I was just supposed to sort of walk onto stage. And I was talking to the people at Indigo and my publicist. And I was like, guys, take me the other way. I need to walk through that crowd. And they were like, no, it's going to take way too long. And I'm like, I'm walking through that crowd.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, like Hulk Hogan, right? And
Heading to the ring.
so they took me around the whole other way, and then so I told Climax to play a specific song when
What song was that?
"Dancing with Myself" by Billy Idol. And then as soon as I heard that, we started walking, and I was the first time I saw the crowd, and I went through one small section of the crowd, and I thought that was the crowd, but they brought me through this one small section, and then it opened up into a giant room where the actual crowd was.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing. I was so blown away.
Really was incredible to see the fans show up like that. And, we came to, like, on the show, we came to the realization that this version of the Roz and Mocha Show, Roz, myself, Damnit, Maurie, Deepa, and Shem.
Yeah.
Last night was the very first time the show was out together hanging out with the fans.
In front of an audience.
Right?
Yeah.
Which was
Video, head over to the
really,
Kiss Instagram.
Yeah.
which is really, really nice. And we can't thank the fans enough for the support and for showing up.
The messages I'm getting, my two favorite, I'm getting a lot of, like, I'm crying constantly reading my DMs because people are just so beautiful in what they're sharing with me. But my two favorite things that I've been getting from fans, because fans know me and this show so well, are people that have a picture of my book, and then in the background is the box my book came in with a cat sitting in it. And I'll tell you my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
I get so many messages, people being like, I thought I would honor you, and I read the first chapter on the toilet. I'm getting so many bathroom pictures. It's amazing.
Oh my God.
Let's see here. Let me just go through a couple of texts that we've been getting.
Yeah.
925-555, by the way. Thank you so much, Roz, for the incredible night. Love talking to you and seeing how much friends and family truly love and support you. Thank you, Mocha, for being there. And then this guy, I FaceTime with his wife.
Oh, it's so good.
as well.
Like he told you to, right? You just
Yeah,
didn't do it.
He didn't catch him FaceTiming with his wife.
No. Just wanted to say last night was amazing. My wife and I got to see and talk to you all. Everyone was an absolute rock star. And another special congratulations to Roz. Also, thank you for signing my bookcase. Or sorry, my phone case.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy was
Oh, I
good.
signed that guy's phone too. I wrote Maurie's phone.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
Yeah.
No, people were so great, though. It was awesome.
I saw a lot of tears.
Yeah, so did I. I was like fighting not to cry, dude, the whole time I was sitting there. I was just so emotional.
You mentioned the Bruce Springsteen thing, right?
Yeah.
We got another text that said, Wild Night at the Bookstore, indeed. The Indigo employee I spoke with said the only other time an author drew a crowd that size was the boss, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Well done, Roz. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your book.
Shout out to Jeremy from Indigo. That's the guy.
Yeah.
I'm the girl who had her book stolen. Thank you guys for a fun and cool night. We finished strong with ice cream.
Yeah,
what
I remember
happened?
that.
Yo,
Yeah.
what happened? What happened?
She got her. So she ran up afterwards, and she's like, she got her book stolen from somebody. She went to the bathroom, I think it was, and then her book just. Somebody swiped it. No. And then she was to get another one. Yeah.
Did we get her another one?
She did. She did get another one. She did.
Like she went around for another round of autographs or something, right? Like she's
No.
like, I saw you,
man.
but here's my book again.
Oh my
so
That's what happens at a wild night at a bookstore.
True thievery.
That truly is a wild night.
Yeah,
you had music. You had the spot was like just so loud.
Yeah.
And then you got thieves in the place.
People nicking things, man.
So David Maurie was out there talking to fans as well and treating it the way it should be treated, right? Because it was a big event and talking to fans. And it was such a big, massive news story in the city last night.
A wise man once said you should never judge a book by its cover. But when it comes to this cover, how can you not judge that beauty? Somebody else once said you can never truly enjoy a book unless it's autographed or unless you meet that author. Well, one of the most talked about books this week is Roz Weston's A Little Bit Broken. People are here in droves at a local bookstore, Indigo Bay and Bloor, to meet the most talked about author this week. And we're here to see how that experience felt for them.
He's so nice. He really connects with you, looks at you in the face, and really gets everything in there. And I'm really excited because it looks amazing.
Look at this.
Yeah, it was really nice to hear him talk about the book and then get it signed. Once in a lifetime experience.
Have you smelled the book yet? Have you smelled your copy of the book?
Yeah, I love it. It smells great. I've been listening to him for so long, so it feels like I'm meeting a friend for the first time.
You just got your book signed by Roz Weston, A Little Bit Broken. Tell me how that felt for you.
Oh my God, it was amazing. He's so tall.
It felt so surreal. It was like seeing a huge celebrity.
Did you have a chance to say anything to him?
I actually wrote him a congratulations card to just congratulate him on the engagement and on the book launch.
Oh my goodness, describe your shirt for everyone.
Well, we survived a wild night at the bookstore. We heard there was going to be a wild night here, so we decided to make some shirts.
And tell me about the experience and the feeling of getting your book signed by Roz.
He was amazing. It was so awesome. He touched my hand. It means a lot to me because I actually started reading the book and I almost finished it. And honestly, this book hit me in a lot of places. So to have it signed by him and to give him and let him know my appreciation for it was very special to me, and I'm glad that he's family.
You had an opportunity, and you're incredibly emotional. You held hands in a very tight embrace with Roz, and you're crying. Talk to me about that feeling.
I've been listening to the show for 14 years, 13 years, and this just means so much to me. This just feels incredible, seeing him in the flesh.
What did his hands feel like? The last time I held his hands, they were awfully cold.
Oh, God. They were actually warm.
Oh, you got the warm Roz. I got the cold Roz.
Yeah, and they were soft, too.
You just got your copy of A Little Bit Broken signed by Roz Weston. Your immediate feelings?
Emotional, and I'm ready to cry because everyone's telling me that they're going to cry, and I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm going to Mexico tomorrow morning, so I'm definitely going to read this whole thing on the plane.
As we look behind us at Roz, who's signing the books right now, if you could say anything to him right now, what would you say?
Thank you for being so amazing. I love you so much.
You got 3 books signed. Why 3?
Because I love him so much, and if one gets ruined, I have a backup. And now I'm waiting for your book so I can add it to my collection.
Mine will be a pamphlet.
That's okay.
A whole lot broken.
That's okay. I'll add it to my collection.
Oh my God, you got your book signed?
Whoa!
XO, he put an X and O, that's hugs and kisses.
Oh, I'm loving it.
What was that experience like? Tell me about the feeling.
It was amazing. It was a rush. It was just amazing all around.
So there you go. That is a wrap on Wild Night at the Bookstore. Ladies and gentlemen, our very own Roz. The memoir is out right now. A little bit broken. Available everywhere.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Fabian.
Yo, what a wild night at the bookstore. Oh, my God. Guys, I'm tired, man. I didn't get to bed till like 11:30, man.
Me too.
Fabian and his daughter were at the Indigo bookstore last night for your book signing, Roz.
Yeah.
And Fabian was like one of the first people that I saw there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, man, you don't smell like weed.
I let you down, bro. I let you down, man.
Yo, I got to tell you, though, Fabian had fans at the book signing last night.
Did you really, Fabian?
I did, man. I'm blown away, bro. I'm blown away, man. People were saying, yo, you're famous. And I'm like, no, man, I'm just like you guys, man. I'm just like you guys. There's nothing different between me and you.
Fabian was
like,
standing.
No, people were taking my pictures.
Yeah, so Fabian was standing. Like, after I talked to Fabian, I started to talk to other fans, right? And one guy, he leaned into me, and he was like, yo, is that Fabian? And I was like, yeah, it is. He's like, oh, I knew it. And then he walked over and started talking to Fabian.
Really?
And then later in the night, I saw, like, what you're just talking about, Fabian. It's other people who were grabbing you for, like, selfies.
Oh, my God. That's so
Yeah,
great.
man.
How'd
It
that
was
feel?
crazy,
How'd
man.
that feel?
Man, amazing. Like, honestly, amazing, man. Even one lady was telling my daughter, yo, your dad's famous. You know that, right? My daughter was looking at me. And then we got in the car. My daughter looks at me. She goes, you're not famous. And I'm like, I'm not. She goes, why is everybody telling me this? I'm like, I'm not famous, man. I'm just a big, huge fan. Roz and Mocha and everybody there is a big part of my life, and that's just what it is. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
so
honestly,
great.
man, like, you guys have no idea how much I flip and love you guys, man. Like, you don't.
It was so good to see you last night, man. That was the
Oh,
best.
bro, you don't understand, Roz, man. Like, I'm so happy for you, man. Like, honestly, I hear everybody talking about the book, and it's so facts, bro. A lot of the stuff that you wrote about in the book, man, and like, I see myself in it a little, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. Like, crazy. Like, I get chills in my spine, bro.
That's amazing,
It's like,
dude.
like I'm lost for words, bro. Like, all you guys, I finally got to meet Shem. I finally got to meet Deepa. Like, yo, it was a wild flipping night at the bookstore, man.
I know. Mocha promised a wild night at the bookstore, and like, I don't know if there's ever been a promise made and a promise kept as accurately as Wild Night at the Bookstore.
100%. My wife said, yo, they close at 8 o'clock. What are we doing here? And I'm like,
I dipped before you did, obviously. What time were you there till?
Me?
Yeah.
I walked out of there. Security brought me outside when my car came, and that was 10:55.
Holy!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was because when the line finished, the great thing is that when the line finished of fans, they cleared out all the fans, and then all the Indigo staff lined up. To get their stuff signed, right? So then I spent like 10 minutes with the Indigo staff and thanking them because they were bloody incredible, like all night. There was one girl, I wish I knew her name, and she had a name tag on, but I couldn't see it from where I was, but she was on my right. There's one staff at Indigo that literally, she stood in one spot and danced.
the one in the pink tights. The one in the pink tights.
Yeah, she danced the entire night. Yeah, from when Climax was spinning, she just danced. Like, she was doing crowd stuff and everything else and making sure everybody was cool, but she danced the entire time, bro.
Me and my wife were talking about her at the end of the night when we were in our garage smoking. We were like, that girl in the pink tights, oh my God, what a vibe.
Yeah.
So
She was
big shout out to
great.
the girl in the pink tights at Indigo, man.
Yeah.
What a vibe. Man, I love you guys. I got to get to work.
Yeah,
I love
go
you
for
guys
it.
with all my heart, man. If there's anything I can ever flip and do for you guys, you know I'm there for you, man. I just love you, man. And congratulations on this book, man.
Thanks, dude. Love
It
you
was
too.
great seeing you last night, Fabian.
Oh, done. No, same feelings are here, man. I just
Right
wish I
on.
could have stank up the place for you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Snoop was on Wheel of Fortune.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
Celebrity Wheel. I didn't think he was civilian Wheel of Fortune. Maurie.
I guess if you want to be official.
And Snoop is so bad at Wheel of Fortune guessing that the montage of Snoop guessing, so he's looking at the board of what letters are available, and his answers compared to what the clue actually is may be the funniest wrong answers in the history of Wheel of Fortune.
And it's Snoop.
Baking onions?
No, everybody else is in it now. Amanda?
Baking brownie.
Yeah.
Baking onions.
And Snoop.
Toilet Atlas.
Toilet Atlas.
I have no idea. But Mark?
Talented artist.
Swallowing the knot?
Swallowing the knot.
No, that's not right. Everybody else now. Amanda.
Sweetening the pot.
Yeah, there you go.
God.
Snoop.
Airport teacher.
Airport teacher.
Everybody else now. Amanda.
Acting teacher.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, 2 U's, no money for them, but you could maybe solve it. Try.
Underwater stunt.
Underwater
No,
stunt.
mark a letter.
P, please.
Yeah, let it come up and tell us what's up there once it shows.
Publicity stunt.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's-
Can I buy another
he
vial?
finally gets one right. He gets one
There
right.
you go. There are 4 U's.
Ready for this?
All right, you can, if you don't know it, you can spin again or...
Oh, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Well, then go ahead.
Sun's out, buns out.
He got suns out, buns out.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Brian, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm doing great. How are you?
We are good. Why are you reaching out to us, man?
Oh, is age truly just a number?
You wrote us this, hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I'm a 38-year-old young gay man, as Maurie might say. I find myself mostly attracted to men much younger than me. I've been dating men in their early to mid-20s and running into some issues. I know. Maurie's probably thinking, where's the issue? First, it's difficult to find someone that age on my level career-wise and ambition-wise. Secondly, my parents and friends have opinions. They tell me it can never work, and I'm setting myself up for heartbreak, so I need your help. Is age truly just a number, or should I be listening to what I'm being told? Are you looking for a partner, or are you looking to hook up?
I mean, that's a great question, Ross. And I would love to find a partner for sure. I am definitely a romantic type, and I'm looking for that one person.
Okay, so how long are these relationships lasting when you are with them?
Yeah, so I think the last one, I was dating a guy who was 24. It lasted a couple of months. And, I told my parents about it, and I could just feel the judgment from my mom's eyes, some of the comments coming from her. And it just it made me embarrassed,
Yeah. Have any of the guys that you have dated, the younger ones, have they ever made it clear to you that they're in it for the long run? Like they want to attempt to make this work and make it last?
Yeah, I haven't met anyone that hasn't been interested in what I'm interested in, but, there's definitely some maturity differences sometimes for sure.
I will say this, that the gay couples that I've known over the years, right? The gay friends that I've had, when it comes to hooking up, always huge age differences, right?
Right.
But my friends that are gay that I know that have been in sort of long-term, very successful, loving relationships are very, very close in age.
Right. Okay.
So, and I don't know what the stigma is like when it comes to how it's perceived. Like I know in straight world, like you can just look at, famous people, and anytime somebody is, much older and they hook up with somebody much younger, or whether they're a man or a woman, there's a stigma attached to it. I don't know if that stigma exists or it's the same in gay world. Like, I don't know how it's perceived. You would know sort of better than I, but I think that you have to find somebody that you connect with. And, if you connect with somebody other than their body, who is much younger than you, I think that, age does not maybe matter as much as your family might think it does. But I think that you have to find common ground, and finding common ground when you're 40 and you're dating somebody 20 years younger than you is really difficult, because the common ground that you're going to base that relationship on is going to be sex.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. And I think the stigma is not as much in the gay community, but, my parents are heterosexual. A lot of my friends are. And so I don't think they quite see things the same way that I do.
Have you tried getting to know someone in and around your own age, or is you're not interested at all?
No, I definitely have. And I find I just get bored. I don't know.
Because young things are exciting.
Yeah, I guess that's
right.
fair.
It's like getting a puppy.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Damn it, Maurie.
I just wanted to say
go ahead.
first that he is a very attractive man.
Okay.
He has a
thank you.
house.
Yeah.
He has a great job.
Right.
So, this guy's a catch.
But I'm starting to think
You're also married.
Yes.
No, I'm hyping him up.
I'm starting to think, though, that maybe you may be looked at by youngers as like some sort of daddy.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, and I'm not offended by that term.
Right.
So why can't he?
But do you want to be that, though?
Yeah, I think ultimately at the end of the day, I want someone maybe a little bit closer in age on my level that, wants to travel and build a life together. And I might be wasting my time a little bit.
What's the age difference between you and Matthew, Maurie?
5 years. So I appreciate the
years.
compliment you gave earlier about successful friends and gay marriages that you have.
Who's younger?
Oh, Matthew's younger.
Matthew's younger, right. So he's like, 45?
I mean, we both look the same age.
Uh-huh.
No,
you
Matthew
really don't.
looks really young. Are you kidding me?
Matthew looks way younger than 5 years from you.
Well, that's because I'm never in good lighting.
That's fair. Lighting is key.
So I don't know, Brian. I think you may have to expand your horizon.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
But having somebody, every guy, straight or gay, right? Every guy, and for the most part, I guess women too. But I don't know what that's like. I just know what it's like to be a guy. There is always going to be something magical when you hit a certain age in your 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s, where somebody who is much younger than you, who has way more options, looks at you like you are something else. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a feeling that's difficult to match anywhere else in the world.
I think that's completely fair.
And somebody like you, why you're single? Why not capitalize on that? And that's sort of the loop that you're going to get yourself into, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys so much. I think this is super helpful, and I think I know what I need to do.
Yeah,
right,
we
buddy.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day.
Right on, brother.
You too. Take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Dan and Maury had a chance to talk to Elisha Cuthbert, who is in a new movie with Josh Duhamel and the great Mel Gibson.
What's the name of that movie? It's called
Bandit.
Bandit.
It's actually really good.
Bro, there was one clip that Josh Duhamel posted on his social where he was just like standing there trying to sell ice cream or something like that. And I don't know what the hell he was doing, but my God, it was funny. Like,
really?
So funny. Is it funny, Maury, or am I like crazy?
It's funny, but it's just more. Tell me if this makes sense. It's not as much funny as it is just really good.
Sure. But like good in what way? Like compare it to something for me here.
Like it's entertaining. Like it was like full of action.
So it's like an action movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just say that? It's full of action. Just say it's an action. We understand the genre, right? It's a movie, but like there's action in it. Yeah, it's an action movie, right? We get the genre. It's very popular. I don't know if you know.
It's called Bandit. It's on Rogers On Demand right now. The true story of Canada's notorious flying bandit, Gilbert Galvin, who is played by Josh Duhamel, a jail escapee from the U.S. Galvin makes his way to Canada and attempts to go straight, but once he falls in love with a local woman, who's played by Elisha Cuthbert,
that's where it all goes to hell, always.
and discovers he's got a baby on the way, he turns to bank robbery to make ends meet.
As you do.
To his amazement, he has a natural, uncanny gift for being able to knock over banks without injuring anyone. And once he gets financing from a local tough guy, Mel Gibson, the sky's the limit.
Okay, here we go. I like this movie already.
So we already said, true story, the real Gilbert Galvin Jr. robbed 59 banks and jewelry stores right across Canada. and to this day still holds the record for most consecutive robberies in Canadian history.
I mean, I know we should not applaud stuff like that, but at some point,
Yo,
right?
coast to coast, son.
At some point, you gotta, respect the game.
This is Dan Maurie with Elisha Cuthbert.
Elisha Cuthbert, oh my God, this movie was fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it.
Now, here's the thing. Knowing that this is a true story blew my mind.
Right.
To this day, this guy, it still holds the record for the most consecutive robberies in Canadian history.
Right.
I don't know if you get a trophy for that, if we should clap
No,
for that.
you go to jail for that.
I guess, but that's pretty cool. That's an incredible accomplishment. Do you know if he still holds that record? Is he proud of that record? What do you know about that?
You know what? He's an interesting dude, but yes, I think he's pretty proud of it. I think he thinks, how he pulled it off and all the intricate workings that he had to sort of do to make that happen. I mean, he's really proud of his aeroplan status for sure, because he was flying across the country. He robbed banks in every single province except for Prince Edward Island and Newfoundland because they were islands, and he was afraid that in his escape he wouldn't be able to fly if a flight was canceled. He wouldn't be able to get out. So luckily for the islands, they kind of got away. But every other province, he's pretty stoked on it. I won't lie. He's like, but it was a different time. It was 1985. Airports were a lot different, as we all know. I think it was, not to say that it was easy for him, but it was certainly a different time period.
Now, do you think the real guy, even now, he's still pretty pissed off that, sure, he holds a record, but there's those 2 spots in the country he hadn't been able to conquer yet?
Maybe.
Does it bother him?
Yeah, it might. And it depends on how sort of, into himself he is, which it sounds like he's very much
he was
into
at the
himself.
premieres and walked the red carpet.
He did, eh? So he's not in the joint anymore? No. But back in the day,
Did you check if you still had your wallet after he walked past you?
I was good.
Back in the day, though, you have to think now surveillance. There's eyes everywhere, right? It's impossible to do this stuff now. Back when he was doing it, and I don't want to demean the man's record, okay, or his run at thievery, but back in the day, realistically, it was you just needed a guy who could get you a real cool fake mustache.
Yeah.
Right?
Or in this movie, fake nose.
Right, fake nose. That's really what you needed.
That was the disguise.
Yeah, you needed a fake nose. Now you need, my God, you need a cyber expert.
Yeah, you need people on the inside.
Yes.
Right? This is Dan Maury talking to Elisha Cuthbert. The new movie is called Bandit, which is available on demand. Rogers On Demand right now.
Are you worried that this movie might ruin things for any potential bank robberies in Canada, since the movie makes fun of our bank security? If people were planning on robbing banks in Canada, this movie might ruin that for them.
Well, it's funny. Someone recently said to me, they were like, I know how we got away with it. Canadians are so nice that he was just it was super easy for him to just go in and rob the banks. I said, yeah, Canadians are nice, but we're not that nice. We don't want our banks robbed, okay? I don't know what you've been told. I don't think we're that silly. He was really charming. That's the other thing. And when you watch the film, Josh Duhamel plays Gilbert, and he does he portrays him as he is, in that he never was violent. He never killed anyone. He would always, he said he had a gun sometimes he didn't even have a gun. But what he would do is he would go in these different disguises and kind of charm them and basically kind of go, I'm robbing this bank. And it was sort of they just sort of got caught off guard. And then he would rip the disguises off and take off and get on a plane and get back home to his wife and kids. And it was just the most bizarre thing. But yeah, it was. People are going to be interested to see how he kind of pulled it off when they see the movie.
Hold on a second. So did he rip off the disguise while robbing,
No,
at the bank?
right, as soon as he walked out.
Oh, not ha-ha, it was me, Gilbert, all
and
along.
And how many banks did he rob?
What's the stat there, Mocha?
He robbed how many banks?
59.
59?
59 banks and jewelry stores.
A lot of fake noses. You know what I mean?
The new movie is Bandit, starring Elisha Cuthbert, Mel Gibson, and Josh Duhamel. Rogers On Demand right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Weeknd returned to Toronto.
These are the made-up shows, right?
Yes.
Because the first one was canceled when all of Rogers went down, right?
Oh,
when
COVID.
The first one was canceled for COVID, right?
And then the second one when the Rogers outage happened.
Right, because
like 30 minutes before the show was supposed to start.
Right, and there was that story of that kid who showed up dressed like the Weeknd, and then the Weeknd flew him out to another show, and so this is rescheduled now from like years, right?
Yeah. So the city was absolutely insane. It's always special when somebody from your hometown blows up international and then comes back home to play at a venue that houses thousands upon thousands and does like a big stadium tour.
Yeah.
So much so that the demand for the show was so high that he's got 2 shows. So he did one last night. He's got one tonight. If you don't want any spoilers, just like turn the volume down just a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is the Weeknd from Rogers Center last night.
Toronto, I love you. I love you so much. We're gonna do this until I die. We're gonna do this until I die. I love you. The whole time. I know you guys always got my back. So I got you. We're dedicating this song to you.
And then, of course, doing some of his big tracks.
Sounds good.
The footage
For
looked
Rogers
amazing.
Center.
Yeah, like the sound was on point.
Yeah.
The light show was nuts. The stage setup was crazy. And I always love it at shows when, depending on the artist, when they stop down to talk to the crowd.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I said, this is like, this one hits different because it's in his hometown.
Yes.
Like the Weeknd has come home.
Yeah.
He's come back to us.
They're always better shows.
Right? He comes back to us. We've been supporting him, and he comes back to show love. And he talked a little bit more to the crowd inside the Rogers Center.
My first show in Toronto, my first show ever, was Mod Club 2011.
Mod Club 2011.
Yeah.
He said his first show. Couple hundred people.
Some of you might have been there. Some of you, were you guys there? Some of you? You still coming right? Give me this one. That was the capacity. This little corner was the capacity. And now we're doing the Sky Dome back to back.
But man, people love calling it the Sky Dome still,
It's
huh?
crazy.
You know, Roger's hella mad.
Like he was a
We're gonna go all night. They're gonna have to pull me off the stage so I hit that.
Huh?
How old's the Weeknd?
Oh, 30, is he 31? 32?
32? He doesn't even remember when it was the Sky Dome.
Like it's been Rogers Center forever.
Come on.
People just say it out of spite,
Yes.
right? So David Maurie hit the Sky Dome.
Oh, come on now.
After the show to find out what y'all thought about the Weeknd. Night number 1.
Excuse me. You dressed up as the Weeknd to go and see the Weeknd. That's dedication.
It's very dedicated, and I even did all the blood and everything.
Oh, I just see that now. There's the bloke at you. You're like, yeah. What'd you think of the show?
Oh, I loved it. It was amazing. The intro, when everybody started jumping, Often, my favorite song, Starboy, I loved it all. I just didn't expect it to end so early, though. It was crazy, but I had a great time.
Should he sing?
I can feel my face when I'm with you. Yeah.
Kind of mid.
It was literally fantastic, like better than I expected. It was like the coolest thing. Like it was just like, I don't know, it was crazy. It was just so bright. It was so loud. Everyone was like, knew all the words. It was just, I don't know, it was awesome.
It was exciting to see him at the biggest venue in his hometown. It was incredible. He played for an hour and 45 minutes. I think it's because they released that it was going from 9 to 11, so people have that expectation. But really, it's an hour and 45 minutes, and the whole length of the runway, I was thinking, I really hope he had his Fitbit on, because that was a lot, like from one end literally to the other end of the venue.
Okay, so I saw that you bought some merch from the Weeknd show.
Yeah.
What did you buy? Let's look through your bag here. Tell me what you bought.
I bought way too much. It was like $400. I bought like 4 shirts.
God. Wow. Do you need 4 shirts? Do you need 4 Weeknd shirts?
I got them for the whole family.
I thought it was amazing. It was my third concert of the summer, and it was amazing, spectacular, amazing.
Did you see who just walked by? Who was at the show? PK Subban was there.
No way, I didn't see. No, I didn't.
PK Subban was there.
Oh, way, I didn't see. No, yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest, Abel. You said that you were gonna make up for the canceled shows.
To me, that was not a makeup. It's only 1 hour and a half.
Damn, man.
I was ready to turn up for 2 hours and a half. At the beginning of the concert, he was like, oh, they're going to have to tear me, like pull me off of the concert. They're going to have to pull me off the stage. Ain't nobody pull him off the stage, bro. He casually walked off like it was nothing. The rating, though, 8 out of 10.
All right, what'd you think of the show?
Dude, honestly, the show was amazing. Wow. It was actually insane. I was worried. I was like, oh, is he going to lose his voice again? But he didn't lose his voice. And I was like, oh, he came to perform. Every single song was a hit. And even the songs that you thought were like, this is not going to be a hit, the dance just came clutch. They were just there, just going off. And then there was him in the background just giving it.
We didn't even come for
Dude,
Abel. I don't know
no,
who that is. We came
Abel,
for the dancers.
Abel was good. The dancers came clutch. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
So there you go. If you're heading out to the weekend, night number 2, that is what you can expect.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What's going on? Winding down the month.
Right? Getting close.
This is it. September's done this week.
Ugh.
Christmas has already started.
I know. I saw a picture of you and Matthew. Where'd you find a Christmas tree?
The whole Christmas section of the Bay is already out. It's our favorite.
Really? September?
Yeah. We do it we know when they do it. We're on the mailing list. It's our favorite thing to do.
Bro, Costco.
Yeah. Have
Costco
they had their
is
stuff out?
notorious for having winter, Christmas related, like even Halloween. All this stuff's been out since like midsummer.
We spent $200 on decor.
Already? Oh, gee.
We have 4 bins of Christmas decorations at home.
Do you put them all up?
No,
still?
we pick a theme and then we only bring out those ones.
Oh, gotcha.
But when you buy new ornaments, do you get rid? Like, do you go through the other?
We keep adding.
Oh man, no way.
God. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
No.
I got too much going on right now.
Like what?
Just stuff.
Since you quit the TV show, your life has been boring.
Bro, I'm so busy. It's so crazy. Oh, God. Maurie was pissed off this weekend.
Again? For what?
I don't know. We were talking about something else. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure I'm always pissed off.
I don't know what we were talking about. Some nonsense was going on with you. I wrote Maurie. I had a question for Maurie, and you had what was the nonsense you had going on this weekend?
Oh, it wasn't pissed off. I was depressed.
What was going on?
I'm the Betty White auction I've been waiting months for.
That's what it
all
was.
I wanted was the Betty White chair, her director's chair from the Golden Girls set, and the script signed by all the Golden Girls.
Okay, so when they posted those, when Betty White passed, right? They gathered up a lot of her memorabilia, and it was announced at the time that there would be like an estate auction.
Sure.
And there was some really, really cool stuff in there. Like if you were a Betty White fan, like even me, who's not a huge Betty White fan, there was some really cool,
like all her pearls.
Like some really cool Betty White stuff. Like her chair that she sat in on set of Golden Girls.
Yeah.
There was a script from what was it, episode 1?
Yeah, the pilot.
The pilot, and it was signed by all the Golden Girls, right?
Wow.
Like just stuff like that. Like if you're a fan, that's huge. And so the posting bid for the chair, when they announced it, what was the opening bid for that chair?
Very obtainable. They're like, it'll go between $1,000 or $2,000.
Okay, so Maurie at this point is like, I'm going to have in my condo, whether I choose to sit on it or not, $2,000 is a budget I can work with for the Betty White Golden Girls director's chair. And then, so how much did it go for?
$20,000.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. And the script. So
You would have been dipping into your Christmas ornament fund right there.
For the next 20 years.
Okay. And so how much did the script go for?
So the script was expecting between $800 and $900. And
Yes. How much did that go for?
That went for $15,000.
Right. Okay. So just so you know. And Maurie wrote me, he's like, I've never been more depressed. And I'm like, what did you think? Like, also,
you think it was going to max out at like $1,000?
I totally thought like, okay, $2,000. It'll be at the top of my budget.
What was your bid?
My bid was $1,500. There were 5,000 people watching this auction.
$1,500 though, man.
No, but Matthew agreed to let me use his credit card for this.
Okay, here is
Husband
the question.
of the year right there.
So did you and Matthew discuss, because in your mind, you thought that you were going to get both items, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you guys have a discussion as to where the chair was going to go in the condo?
Absolutely.
And where the script was going to go?
Absolutely. Script was
Okay.
going to be framed.
Yeah.
No points like sifting through it. I know the episode.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then the chair was going to go in the den.
Yeah.
And like sort of with a carpet in front of it, and no one's going to sit in it. You could sit in the couch next to it.
Right.
Gotcha.
And so you had all that planned out.
Yes.
Right? You didn't get either of them.
That is correct. Matthew
And-
said that only reason he said I could use his credit card is because he knew I wouldn't get either of them.
And so, did you sit there when you bid $1,500 and you realized it went above $1,500? Did you sit there and torture yourself watching how high this thing would go?
1,000%. And it kept going and kept going and kept going.
He was
It was
so
just, I was like biting my nails, going,
He
"You
was
gotta
so
be kidding
upset.
me."
He was so.
And then y'all took a
so
stroll to the bay and
upset.
spent $200 on ornaments.
We had the money.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody.
Yes. How deep are we, damn it, Maurie, into Rosh Hashanah?
Last night was the big dinner.
Oh, yes.
We are, by the way, year 5783.
Nice. And how many days left are there in Rosh Hashanah?
It'll twickle out by Wednesday.
Did you say twickle?
Twickle
What's a
out.
twickle?
What's a twickle?
Like it fizzles out by Wednesday.
Oh,
But how big is a twickle?
How big is a twickle?
Yeah.
Like in time?
I don't know. What is
A
it?
twickle is kind of like, an inconsistency.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Twickle?
Yeah.
Twikle.
Right.
Hold on.
Isn't that the thing to take care of at your bris? No? That's not the twickle? No?
Should be.
I thought that's what we were talking about here.
There's no such word as twickle. You just make that up.
Okay, cool. Anyway, we are in Rosh Hashanah, everybody. So
And this is Deepa's first Rosh Hashanah with the
That's
Roz and Mocha
right.
Show. So
That's
you don't even
right.
know
You
what
don't
we
know.
do. You don't even know.
there's a whole thing.
Yeah, you had a twickle of an idea.
So Happy New Year, everyone.
Okay, so what happens is, damn it, Maurie brings in the shofar, which again, remind people what the shofar is, Maurie.
It's a ram's horn. I bought this one in Israel in 1992.
Okay, and then historically on the show for Rosh Hashanah, Maury is in charge of blowing the shofar, and Mocha always has something that he reads, and you're very good at. You've gotten very proficient at it over
Listen,
the years.
Years on years.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So
So this is like rings in the new year. Usually, like the rabbi will do this in
So
synagogue.
did you do this like last night in the condo?
Oh no,
as well?
I'm not. No, I'm not the guy that does. There's better people than me to do this.
Oh, great! So way
I'm
to bring it
lucky
to
that
the
you
biggest
allowed
show in
me
the
to do
country.
this.
That's
Yeah.
great. We should have outsourced for this.
They don't need me to do this.
You're just a
Yeah.
twickle compared to the greats.
Bro, if you're not good enough for a 650 square foot condo, you're good enough here.
But my horn is so much smaller than everyone else's. Like there's some big horns that people blow.
I know. I follow Matthew on Instagram.
I thought you were going to say OnlyFans.
He talks a lot. It's just a twickle.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Hold on, I gotta lick my lips.
Yeah, you can do that on your own time, man. You don't need us for that, bro.
Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right. Tequila! Can we start that again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Tequila! Shevarim! Terua! That was 12. You're supposed to do 9.
Oh, do you want to send back 2?
What?
Give me back 2?
And then what? What do you do with the extra one? Your math was off.
3.
Tequila Gendola!
Maury's face looks like it's about to explode.
He's struggling.
Thank you.
This is supposed to be the big grand,
Yeah, I'm getting it.
like it's just one giant blow.
Look at Deepa's face.
He looks like he's gonna pass out.
I've never seen Deepa look more confused, and I've never seen Maury look so close to death.
Make sure you clap at this point.
Oh yeah!
Happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody!
We need.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
House of the Dragon, episode 6.
Looking forward to this today.
Aired last night, and I know you, Roz, huge fan of Game of Thrones. Watch all the episodes every season. You've not yet dipped into House of the Dragon because you were learning about it and experiencing it through the eyes and ears of the Damnits. Dammit Maury and his husband, Dammit Matthew.
I made the decision that this is for me, I thought the best way to enjoy the show. And I'm very much into the show. Like somebody asked me the other day if I'm loving House of Dragon, and my answer was yes. I haven't seen one frame of that show.
Do you understand it though?
No.
Just like Game of Thrones.
It's just like Game of Thrones. I don't need, like, my thing is this, is that to be enjoyable, like, I very much enjoyed Game of Thrones. I didn't understand Game of Thrones for the most part. Maybe that last season I wrapped my head around it finally.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I didn't really understand Game of Thrones. And
Well, you understood that they put a Starbucks cup.
yeah, no, all that stuff. But this episode, from what I hear, Maury, this episode of House of the Dragon was
awful.
It was awful? Why was it awful?
You'll hear, but there's so much confusion that it ruined the entire episode.
That's what I... So, yes, so they did something in this show...
Without a heads up.
That changes everything.
Well, let's find out from the Damnits. Dammit Maury and his husband, Dammit Matthew.
Here we go again. Are you ready? All right, so the show opens with a princess whom we've never seen before.
I don't know any of these people. All the faces look different to me. The queen doesn't even look like the queen. I'm confused.
So a princess who we just met gave birth, and seconds after the baby came out, the queen insisted on seeing the baby.
Yeah, that was rude.
And then goes up to, I guess, the princess's husband, and says, keep trying till it looks like you.
Oh.
Rude. Oh. Rudeness. Oh. The woman just had a baby. I can't believe she had to climb all those stairs after.
And then it was the children's dragon training day.
How to train your dragon comes to life.
And do you remember how the dragons sound?
It was like...
No, but it had more like...
Something.
And it's obvious that the queen is suspicious.
I don't know who the queen is. The queen looks like she's been recast. She looks different from all the other episodes. Is it just me? Like, I don't know. Or is there lighting on them now? Because it's a very dark show. I can't see. But she looks different.
How do we talk about what
The future king
was doing?
That was quite the act. I mean, I'm just confused at why you're doing it outside a window, on a windowsill.
So he was naked, standing in the windowsill, and then the queen walked in and didn't care.
She didn't care about that, but she's mad about something, and I don't know why she's mad. She's up in arms about something. I'm confused. I don't know. This is very difficult trying to keep up with all these houses. House of Valerian, House of Calgarian, House of Cinnamon, House of Nutmeg.
There is a severe problem with knights sleeping with princesses.
Yes, but can you blame them?
Sure, but the problem is they're having the princesses are having babies with the wrong people.
Oh, I know, but these knights are so hot.
And then Damon's wife in an incredibly emotional scene.
I'm very traumatized right now. I knew when she was going to that dragon and she was saying that because that's the word that.
We'll back up just for a moment. She was about to give birth, I guess, or trying to give birth to Damon's child,
and she couldn't. It was like
because the doctor said it's not coming out.
And then I think she knew they were going to kill her to get that baby out. And so she went to the dragon and, like, basically committed suicide. Oh, my God. It's, like, so sad.
I guess we learned that dragons have love. The dragon didn't want to blow fire on her, even though she was demanding. She was saying the word, Jakarta, trying to get the fire.
I can't. I'm very emotional right now. Like, that was, like, very traumatic.
Wow.
They burned down a castle and burned a bunch of people at the end of the episode. Yada, yada, yada. That was so confusing. I'm disappointed.
I just don't know who anyone is anymore.
And with that...
So that is episode 6, House of the Dragon. And yes, I agree with you, Roz.
So what they did, there was a time jump. The show jumped 10 years.
So the characters remain, they just look different.
They look different. Oh, it's all the same characters. It's just all new actors.
But they couldn't use prosthetics? And makeup?
Well, they did. The king looks like the old man from Rocky Horror Picture Show now.
Right. Yeah. But it's the same thing like when you watch The Crown, right? Sure, they could have just aged everybody, but they
we
just
get
bring
a heads
in,
up on The Crown. They tell us in advance.
They do. And they didn't with this. And it was very confusing for people, right? So, yeah.
So the princess that had another baby was Princess Rhiannon, and we had no idea.
Right.
But you know what?
Yes.
In hearing week after week, I think, damn it, Matthew, is becoming
Thank you.
a huge
Thank
fan.
you.
Because he
Thank you.
is so
Thank
into
you.
the storylines
Yep.
and he's really into the details of the
Yep.
show.
But he complains before I hit record every time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix.
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Mackenzie, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. Hopefully better after this.
Yeah, you actually sound like a little bit in a brighter mood.
I think it's my nerves.
Okay. Compared to why you're reaching out, which, by the way, remind everybody again why it is you're reaching out.
Why do all guys suck?
Oh, wow. You wrote this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I've been dating my boyfriend for just under a year, and everything was going great. We were so in love. We went away a couple of weekends ago. While away, I saw on his phone that a girl had been sending him nudes, and he replied saying it was the best thing she had ever sent him and asking her to hang out on Sunday night, the same day we were home from the resort. When I called him out on it, he said it was all a mistake and he didn't know why he did it. It was the first time he's ever responded like that, and that she means nothing. I want to try to make it work because I love him, but I don't know if I can ever trust him again or if we can ever have a relationship going forward now knowing this. Interesting. That's a tough one.
Believe, Mackenzie, do you believe that this is the first time this has happened, as he stated?
I want to say I do,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know if that's like my feelings for him fogging everything else.
Yeah.
This is also, I think that there's the shock, but then there's the reality of things too, right? Like the shock is that, somebody's sending your man nudes, right? And that's one thing. But I think that the thing that needs focus on here is when he immediately tried to make plans with her. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can send you, I mean, ask Shem. I mean, my God, anybody can send you nudes, right? Hey-o. But it's the that he immediately replied and said, hey, we have to hook up. And that the day that he wanted to hook up was the same day you guys were actually getting back from your romantic weekend away. Like that is the sort of like, it's the willing to take action after receiving something like that I think is the problematic. I know that the visual of seeing that on his phone is shocking and hurtful, but I think that when it comes to trust, it's not so much whether he's going to entertain that stuff, it's when he was presented with that, he immediately wanted to capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm. Did he say how long he knew this girl for?
They have known each other since before we started dating.
So they knew each other.
So this could have been going on for, to this extent with the nudes and getting together when you're not around, could have been going on for the duration of your relationship.
Yeah, and that's what I hope is not true, but I don't know.
Do you think in your sort of head and your heart that this one day where you saw that she had sent him a nude and he was like, hey, let's hook up tomorrow, do you think that same exchange has happened before where they actually did hook up the next day?
I want to say no. I feel like she's messaged before and they've gone back and forth, but there's something in my heart that says he's never seen her since we've been dating.
Did they ever hook up? Like before he knew you?
He says before he knew me, they did.
They did. Oh, so this is somebody he's already hooked up with.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I feel for you, Mackenzie.
Thanks.
This isn't, two people who aren't connected in any other way other than like Snapchat or something like that, right?
Yeah.
This is an old fling who he is still communicating with, who's still sending him stuff like that, and he is still having already hooked up with her, saying, hey, when I get back from my weekend away with my girlfriend, let's hook up. That's problematic. Regardless of what he says, I don't know. That is something that is going to take an incredible amount of work to rebuild that trust, because what's going to happen is you're going to say, no, I trust you, and you won't, and then resentment is going to build, and paranoia is going to build, and you are going to drive yourself bonkers.
And every single time he picks up his phone, you're going to think, who's he texting? Who's he communicating with?
Yeah.
Every single time he kisses you goodbye and says, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you later tonight, or whatever. Anytime he's not in your presence, you're going to be wondering whether or not he's with somebody else, or specifically with that other girl. And that's not the kind of life you want to live. I mean, just hearing your story, like, I don't know the details of your relationship and what it's like when you guys are together. Just my opinion, this guy's bad news. It's only been, just under a year for you guys. I think go through the heartbreak and cut this guy out of your life. And you need to be with someone that respects you and respects the relationship.
Yeah. It's hard to hear.
Hard to hear. Here's my opinion on it, okay? You know that that boyfriend of yours?
Yes.
You know that girl on his phone who's his ex?
Sure.
Yeah, it's not his ex.
What do you mean? Oh, I see what you mean. That's hard.
Yeah.
I know it's the truth, but that's hard.
Yeah.
You might be the side piece.
That's even worse.
Yeah. But
it hurts. I know it sucks,
It's
Mackenzie.
awful.
And it really, really hurts to hear that. But, we can't tell you what to do. We can just give you our opinion.
You got to put yourself in a position of where you're not going to drive you nuts, wondering about a guy that doesn't deserve any of that from you.
Yeah, I'm already getting there.
He's no good. I think you need to walk away.
Okay.
Okay, love?
I appreciate that so much. Hard to hear, but I know it's what will be best for me down the line.
Yeah.
Yo, if you want to get him back, just go hook up with his best friend. Or if he's got a brother.
Is a brother. Oh, my God.
There is a brother, actually.
Mocha's starting wars.
But
there you go.
We can make it happen.
Go
See?
for it.
Look, you hear how happy Mackenzie is all of a sudden?
I mean, revenge is always sweet.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
Well,
Thank you, Mackenzie.
you are welcome.
You're great.
Thank you guys
You're
so
gonna
much.
You're going to be just fine, love.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Okay.
You too. Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Oh, so much news.
Tons.
So much news. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Of course.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Hailey Bieber doing the Call Her Daddy podcast and really opening up, too. Like, they go through a lot of stuff with her and her relationship with Justin Bieber. But the one thing that came up was whether she was the other woman when Justin was still with Selena Gomez.
Were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No, not one time. When him and I ever started, like, hooking up or like anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never do that. I was raised better than that. I'm not interested in doing that, and I never was. I think that there are situations where you can still kind of have like back and forth with someone, but even that was not the situation. Like, I can say, period, point blank, I was never with him when he was in a relationship with anybody. That's the end of it. And I had been involved with him since I was 18. The timeline also that I think sometimes is in question of like us getting together and getting engaged and him having been spending time with his ex before that. This is so crazy. I've literally never talked about this ever. I understand, again, how it looks from the outside, and there's a lot of perception there, but that was a situation where I know for a fact that it was the right thing for them to close that door. They were not in a relationship at that time, but of course, there's a very long history there, and it's not my relationship. It has nothing to do with me, so I respect that a lot, but I know that it closed a chapter. And I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on and be engaged and get married and like move on with his life in that way.
I'll tell you, she's got guts, man, because even answering that question is going to do no good for Hailey Bieber online.
I think
You know what I mean?
the
Like-
duration of their relationship, it doesn't matter how long they last, right?
Yeah.
They're in this for the long haul. Like,
Yeah.
she is still,
I feel for
the rest of time, going to be reminded of this.
And I don't know
And
why
it's going to be brought up.
And I don't know why you can't love Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez. Like, I don't know why, because they both are wonderful. Like, I get nothing but wonderful from both those women,
I agree.
right?
And I think
Is it just because of Justin, Deepa, do you think? Is that the deal?
I just think that the fan bases are rivals at this point because they're like, Selena Gomez stands. I'm like, whatever, like she won in life, she deserved. And then there's the Hailey Bieber stands as well, right? So I think that people just create unnecessary drama for no reason.
Yeah.
And like
Also-
whenever you go on their TikToks or whatever, like that's the only thing people comment about is like, oh, you still Justin? Or like, it's
Like,
so
let it
ridiculous.
go.
wild.
Like, Haley and Justin are together. They're happy.
Bro.
Right?
It's like in the
they
Mariah
are-
world, where all us lambs, we wish that she was still with Nick Cannon.
No,
so we
you
feel bad
don't.
For Brian Tanaka.
No, you don't.
It's nothing like that.
Nick Cannon doesn't even know who he wants to be with. He doesn't care.
Everybody
he still says that
apparently
he wishes he was.
Yeah, I
still
know
with
you're
Mariah.
right. You're right. No, you're right. He did say that was a love.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Everybody on the East Coast bracing. Canadians are bracing for what could be the strongest storm to ever hit the East Coast. They say every Nova Scotian should be preparing today and bracing for impact. As Hurricane Fiona, we saw that lashing the Caribbean, and they are set to have the same sort of impact on the East Coast of Canada. So that is incredible. When you look at the size of this thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Scary.
Yeah. Also, I've been getting so many people hitting me up on social media, both in DMs and publicly, and just want to shout out all the women of Iran right now because
yes.
the protests are sweeping.
I was watching this
After
footage
the
last night.
death last week of Mahsa Amini following her arrest and beating by the morality police because she wasn't wearing her hijab properly.
Somebody described it because I was asking questions about it.
Yeah.
And someone who's very familiar with the story, a fan of the show, described it as, she said, basically, it's like the George Floyd version.
Yeah.
In Iran.
Well, yes, but the yes,
right?
No, I would say yes and no. The difference is the women who are protesting in Iran right now are just by protesting breaking the law.
Terrible.
Right? That's the difference. And then you have women in the streets who are cutting their hair and burning their hijabs and dancing around.
Heartbreaking.
Christiane Amanpour from CNN was supposed to interview President Ibrahim Raisi. And she waited 40 minutes, and he canceled on her at the last minute in New York because she refused to wear a headscarf in New York, sitting down to interview him. And Anonymous has come out to say that they're now actively trying to help the people in Iran restore wireless capabilities because everything got cut. They don't have WhatsApp. They don't have contact. And so they're trying to get it all out. So just a shout out to all the women in Iran who are fighting like hell today. So we see you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
JP Saxe and Julia Michaels, the two people who collaborated and wrote If the World Was Ending. If you remember that was a song that got everybody through COVID.
You'd come over, right?
Well, apparently their relationship is over.
I didn't know they were together.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Yeah. They've been together for 3 years.
If the world was ending, neither of them would come over.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they were together for like 3 years. And they both released, each of them separately, I guess, like tiny little snippets of their own breakup songs to commemorate their own breakup. I don't know.
JP was in the park with birds around him.
Okay, so let's go with JP first.
When you think of me, are you setting fire to every memory? Do you believe what doesn't last forever don't mean anything? 'Cause I swear I loved you fully.
Oh no.
And I'm sorry not to stay in who we thought I'd be.
Oof. Damn.
When you think of me, am I just another man?
Okay.
So that's his track.
Now, Julia Michael, who's one of the best pop song writers in the world today.
Yeah.
Let's see what Julia has to say.
Oh, is this going to be a clapback?
I don't know.
'Cause you're just another man, and this is just another doorway. You're using promises like there's some kind of twisted foreplay. You keep saying that you're staying when we both know that's not your forte. Cut to. You give me one last kiss and leave your keys there in the foyer and say you're sorry. You never meant to hurt me like you do.
Hold on, wait, what?
So I'm sorry to me too.
Oh.
Sorry to me too.
Okay.
Also,
so-
both those songs kind of sound the same.
Well, because, you know, that's
Also, I
what
love that
happens.
she rhymed foreplay and doorway.
And also foyer.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
When you think of me, are you setting fire to every memory? Do you believe?
Okay, so
it sounds like a duet. It sounds like the same song, just a
Yes,
duet, right?
completely.
Yeah.
So did JP Saxe do something? Because to me, it sounds like he's the one that did something to screw with this relationship.
But when you listen to his song, though, it makes it sound like there's another man.
No, to me, it sounded, and allegedly, I'm not
Yes,
saying anything.
yes.
It sounded like he cheated.
But when you listen to his song, it sounded like she cheated.
That's why she said, I'm sorry, too. Maybe they literally met up at a cafe, and he's like, I'm cheating. She's like, so did I.
But yeah, these songs don't come out of that. You just say nothing at that point, right? That's what we call a push, right? Yeah, but oof.
Wow.
God, could you imagine that when you're like that good of a songwriter?
That's why you
and
can't date a musician.
No, you cannot.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bryan Adams, David Foster, and Alanis Morissette were inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame this weekend.
Nice.
Yes. JP Saxe was there. So they bring in a bunch of artists to perform the songs of all the people that are being inducted, right?
Very cool show.
JP Saxe was there. And if you remember last week, we found out that JP Saxe and Julia Michaels had broken up. But what they had done on the exact same day was they both released a cappella breakup songs, like sort of dueling breakup songs.
Here's the JP Saxe one.
You think of me, are you setting fire to every memory?
Ooh.
Do you believe what doesn't last forever don't mean anything? Cause I swear I loved you fully, and I'm sorry not to stay. We thought
From the heart, huh?
Terrible.
when you think of me, am I just another man?
And
I'm like just another man.
Yeah, and then here was Julia's reaction to that.
You're just another man, and this is just another doorway. Your use of promises like there's some kind of twisted foreplay. You keep saying that you're staying when we both know that's not your forte. Cut to. You give me one last kiss and leave your keys there in the foyer.
Oh, bro. It's from the heart.
Damn.
To leave the keys.
So,
cuts deep.
Damn Maurie on the red carpet for the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame with JP Saxe.
JP Saxe, you've been making headlines recently. First of all, I have to say, I had no idea you were dating Julia Michaels at all. I had no idea.
I mean, I think that's a healthy relationship to have with celebrities.
Fair enough. But you came out with a song like Right Away, which in my opinion is like, okay, how quickly did you write that? That's pretty incredible.
Right Away, I mean, we broke up 6 months ago.
I didn't know that. Like, I knew nothing.
The timeline of information and the timeline of living your life aren't always exactly the same. So I think people have started to find out about it, although it was in the public eye if you were paying very close attention to her Twitter 4 or 5 months ago.
Fair enough. And she came out with a song too. So, I mean, it's like the dueling breakup songs. And it makes you wonder, like, okay, who did what?
I guess one could wonder that. I mean, I think love can be extraordinarily valid and beautiful and important and fulfilling and also not last forever. I love Julia. I will always love and admire Julia, and I'm really grateful for the 2.5 years that we spent being in love with each other.
I mean, one can only assume that you asked her, like, if the world was ending, would you come over? And she said no, and you're like, well, then this isn't going to work.
That's how did you know?
Would you say it's easier to write a song about love or a song about breakups?
Breakups. I mean, it's easier to write songs about the feelings that you don't want to have, because when you have feelings you don't want to have, you're spending a lot of time trying to figure them out. You don't try and figure out feelings you want. Therefore, you have sort of less material for the feelings you want because you haven't been as analytical about them. When you're trying to sort through the emotions you're not enjoying, you're thinking about it all the time, trying to figure them out, and then they turn very easily into the songs. But I do think there's a responsibility as a songwriter to be as analytical about the emotions that we enjoy as we are about the emotions that we don't.
JP Saxe is single. Do you want to, like, say anything to anyone watching? Like, are you looking?
No.
Yeah. Also, you didn't hear a single word he just said.
Yeah,
you weren't listening
that was
to
a
anything.
really profound answer that guy gave. Really profound. A lot of things make sense now. That was JP Saxe with Damon Maurie on the carpet of the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame. Let me just see here. What else did I want to talk about? Or something else. Let's do Corey Hart. So Corey Hart also at the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame. You know Corey Hart, or at least if you don't know Corey Hart, your mom knows Corey Hart from this, which is classic joint, Sunglasses at Night. DJ Climax plays this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
During the Roz Mocha mix. Corey Hart, such a beautiful, kind person. I did an interview, I guess it was a couple of years ago, with Corey Hart, and finished it, and he had done like a whole bunch of interviews that night. You can leave this jam up, that's good. And like the next morning, like I checked my phone, I got an email like from Corey Hart.
No. Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, like Corey Hart at whatever, like Hotmail or whatever it was. Yeah,
Hotmail.
right? And just like this long thing.
Or if he's like my dad, Lycos.
Yeah. But he wrote me personally, and I was just like, my God, like who does that, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
just a
really
really,
nice.
really sweet man. But damn it, Maurie on the red carpet with the great Corey Hart.
We know you wear sunglasses at night. What else do you wear at night when you're alone?
That's a good one. When I'm alone. What do I wear? Well, you got me tongue-tied on that one. I wear my briefs.
That's it.
All right, then.
That's
You're
it.
welcome, ladies.
One would assume, too, right? Like,
You have to.
right?
I guess you don't have to.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
George Clooney talking about his 5-year-old son and I guess coming to terms with the fact that his dad was, in fact, Batman.
Alexander's favorite superhero is Batman. You know? And he goes, I said, what's your favorite superhero? He goes, Batman. And I go, I was Batman. And he goes, yeah, but not anymore. And I was like, if only he knew how true that was.
Oh, no.
Kids are the
and at that
freaking
age.
best, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Rihanna is playing the Super Bowl halftime show. Did I not call this?
Yeah, you did.
Right?
For a while, people thought it was Taylor Swift.
Well, here's
been
the thing,
trying, right?
Is that, for years they've been trying to get Taylor Swift, but the story was that Taylor Swift had always been tied to Coke, and for a long time, Super Bowl was Pepsi, so there was no way that Taylor Swift could actually do it. But when they made the switch from Pepsi to Apple Music, they're sort of freed up, and they asked Taylor Swift, and Taylor said no. Because Taylor wanted to first have all her re-records of her previous catalog done.
Oh, yeah. Because anything she would have performed that is still owned by Scooter Braun, he'd be getting money for it, right?
No,
Because it's performed live?
even if she does do stuff live, I think that people still get money. I think that she just wants to have that part of her life done. So the story was that they had approached Taylor Swift and she said no. And then so Rihanna is now doing the halftime show for the 57th Super Bowl. But the story was also that they had gone to Rihanna in 2018 and 2019 and she turned them down because she didn't like the way that the NFL handled the Colin Kaepernick situation.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
this has been something that has sort of been going on.
But if Taylor said yes, then Rihanna wouldn't be doing it.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
And I guess it also helps the fact that it's Jay-Z's Rock Nation company that they signed that deal a couple of years ago with the NFL to take over the halftime show.
Yeah. And
right?
so according to TMZ, they're also saying that there have been discussions ongoing with another performer that were, quote, not either or, indicating that a big name special guest could be joining her on stage. So any guess on who that would be? Jay-Z?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Drake.
You think it's Drake?
And because of the relationship with Apple Music.
I thought Drake
and Drake's
too.
relationship with Apple Music.
I thought Drake.
Yeah, I think Drake.
I know that when Drake was doing OVO, your guess was that Rihanna was going to show up at OVO, right? And then we had the conversation of it's not going to be OVO because she doesn't want her first time on a stage to be from fans' cell phones. It's going to be
Sure.
something that's filmed, something huge like Super Bowl.
And you called it back then that it was going to be Super Bowl.
Right. Now, she wouldn't join Drake on stage for OVO, but would Drake join Rihanna on stage for the Super Bowl?
Does it have to?
Right.
Does a special guest have to have a song with Rihanna, or it could be completely different?
No, they don't always know.
'Cause
Oftentimes,
my-
the special guests, like when they did J-Lo and Shakira, like oftentimes the special guests have no songs together.
Because my guess is
right?
Harry Styles.
Oh, you think Harry Styles?
Because thinking who's touring right now, who's big right now, who also has a relationship with Apple Music.
Right. Oh, that's a good guess too. Could be Harry Styles.
I thought that maybe when they announced Rihanna,
Because I don't
that
think
they would bring out a bunch of artists who she's collaborated with. Like, excuse me, not the entire show,
Yeah.
but like maybe one portion of the show.
Right.
Because she's got all her solo hits and
Yeah.
then she's got a bunch of stuff with other people.
Yeah.
So one portion, she may do a couple of lines with that person. So if they brought out somebody like Drake and whoever and whoever and whoever and whoever.
I think you're going in the right direction, but make a left, because I think that when you're thinking of Super Bowl and that audience, I think that there's one direction and one person they could bring on stage.
One Direction.
With Rihanna. No, Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because remember, don't forget, they did the 4 or 5 second song.
Yep, which is awesome,
Yeah.
right? And that's sort of Super Bowl-y, and it's a big name,
Mm-hmm.
legend. But I think that if you had Drake and Paul McCartney on stage, that would be the biggest that you could do.
You
right?
consulting for Rock Nation
Yeah.
now or what? If that actually happens, man. Props to you.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great, though. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's been a long time. It's been like 5 years since she's been on a stage, right? But
Yeah.
now this does not mean that there's new music on the way from Rihanna.
Oh, hell no. I've given up on my dream of getting new music from Rihanna like months ago. Ain't never happening again.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
At the age of 59, we lost Coolio.
Oh, man. So sad.
That's a rough one.
Valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left.
Sort of sounds like Shem, huh?
Even my mama.
Like when you hear Shem's like monthly recap, like he sounds a little like Coolio.
I think so. My
Yeah.
inspiration.
So what
Apparently, Coolio was at a friend's house and he went into the bathroom and he didn't come out. And then the friend went into the bathroom and found Coolio lying on the floor, called paramedics and EMTs who pronounced Coolio dead at the scene. They suspect cardiac arrest was the cause of death, though no official determination has been made. Coolio, 59. That is young, man. Did Coolio like you or not like you, Maury? I couldn't
liked
remember.
me when I called. So he hung up on me first, then I phoned him back, and then we were cool.
Okay, so I want to play you this.
Then you were Coolio?
Yeah.
Wait. So I need to know what happened.
Okay.
What do you mean he hung up on you? Like you called? Was this like a schedule?
It was a scheduled thing, and then I was jokes out of the gate, like just being silly, and he hung up on me, and then so I phoned back, and I was like, why can't we just be cool?
I'm listening to a clip right now of you talking to Coolio,
2014.
and it's 2014, and it sounds like Coolio just wanted to be talking to anybody else in the world but you. Listen to this.
What's all good, man? What's happening?
Oh, are you still living in a gangster's paradise or what?
Well, what you think?
One would hope the answer is yes.
What you think, bro? You know what I'm saying? Do I seem like the type of that'll be switching up? To be living in a little punk paradise?
Dude, I'm just trying to sound cool.
Okay, well, don't be trying to sound cool. Let leave all the cool to me.
Oh, yo, Coolio did. R.I.P. to the real gangster Coolio. He did not like you, sir.
No.
No.
Normally when like people pass away and stuff like that, then at least not on the first day. I don't like playing all these sort of old clips. However, anytime somebody does pass away that we have audio or an interview of them being pissed off at Damon Maury, it is going to get played. Like,
absolutely.
R.I.P. to Coolio.
Yeah,
Like that's
he
a
was
real
not
one.
having any of your nonsense that day.
I love it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Boston Celtics have suspended their how do you say his name, Sean? What is it?
It's Ime Udoka.
Okay, Ime Udoka for the entire 2022-2023 season, effective immediately, with no guarantee that he will be back to the franchise in the future.
Why?
They say a decision about his future with the Celtics beyond this season will be made at a later date. Remember, they went to the finals last year.
Yeah.
In a statement, so basically what they're saying is that he had an improper relationship with an employee.
Oh,
With a female staff member. He said, I want to apologize to the players, fans, and the entire Celtics organization and my family for letting them down. I'm sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone, I will have no further comment. Now, this to me seems like the only way you get suspended for an entire season, and everything that I've heard, the relationship was consensual.
Yes.
The only way you get suspended for an entire season is if that affair happened to be with a woman who is connected to someone else within the organization.
Has to be. Yes.
There's
absolutely.
no other way.
Yes.
There is no other way.
Somebody
you
in the
get
front office.
Somebody's wife in the front office
Yes.
or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yo,
But
this is called. He's not coming back ever.
that's a
This is what you
long
call
suspension,
This
though.
is what you call a slow firing.
But like there was no, but there, like, I understand accusations of, if there's some sort of accusation against him that says that he acted inappropriately towards the woman, but that does not exist as we know in this situation.
Because they keep saying it was a consensual relationship.
Right. It was
which means
improper because they
completely.
signed contracts.
Yes.
But it was consensual. That's a long suspension, man. A full season with maybe you don't even get to come back?
That's what I'm saying. It's a slow firing.
Holy. That's incredible.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Shem, how long did it take you to get through my audiobook this weekend?
What?
Wow.
Wait, what?
9 hours, all 9 hours.
Yeah, he almost listened to the whole thing straight.
How come you got to do that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Shem's done it.
Yeah.
Shem,
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, Shem finished my book this weekend.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
None of us got that. Wait, let me check my email.
It's not in there more.
I ordered the book the
I
day
know.
that you made the announcement.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people. We talked to Morgan just now. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of people who got the book
Yes.
from Amazon early.
Yes. I know that Shem has sleep apnea. And so literally at like 11:30 Friday night, I wrote him and I was like, hey, do you want a link to my audiobook?
Oh my gosh.
And he was up all night writing me.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about the fact that I have a huge crush on you?
Yeah, no, that didn't help either more.
Also highly inappropriate.
Highly inappropriate. Out of the
Very
book.
inappropriate.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. So what were your initial thoughts,
No
Shem?
spoilers,
No
Shem.
spoilers.
Wow.
No spoilers.
There are some bombs in this book, like some real things that surprised me in this book. Having worked with you for as long as I've worked with you, I was really taken aback by your vulnerability and honesty in this book. I think it's going to really help a lot of people. I really think so.
Question.
I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Shem,
Yeah.
did you cry?
Oh my God, yes.
Did you?
Yeah. There are some very heavy parts to this book, but I think Roz hit the nail on the head. There is definitely a happy ending. It takes you through such highs and lows, like really extreme highs and lows. But I learned a lot about Roz, and again, with you guys every single day. And there were things in there I was like, wow, like completely floored, stunned, didn't expect it. But more than anything, proud at your ability to be so vulnerable, because this is it. There's no way it could have been easy to do this. Just really proud of your ability to be so vulnerable in this book. It's going to really sit with people for a long time, I think.
Yeah.
And had I have listened to it, I would have said the same thing.
Thank you, Shem. I love that review.
Transcribe and put on Amazon.
I know.
please.
That's what I'm saying,
Review
right?
number one.
That's all I.
Ron's just looking for reviews right now.
No, but I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Once people do start getting the books, send us. I don't know whether you send it to me or Mocha or whoever else, either video or audio. Let me know what chapter you wrote, or let me know what chapter you read and how you felt after you read it, and we'll play a bunch of them on the radio, because realistically, the reviews from fans are the ones that really matter the most, and the only ones that I care about. And so do that for us and enjoy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? What did I say I wanted to play? Oh, Katy Perry is a lot of people now, because of the Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix. They're finally discovering who Jeffrey Dahmer was. And now it brings into question the Juicy J verse on Katy Perry's Dark Horse. Because if you remember, he said, she's a beast. I call her Karma. She eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. So here's that.
She's a beast. I call her Karma. She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Be careful. Try not to lead her on.
Right.
So what happened?
So
people are upset at who now?
Now people are realizing, because when kids were young and they all loved Katy Perry, they were sitting there singing that line, right? Not knowing who Jeffrey Dahmer was. And now that they know, they're like, that's actually really gross that
How dare
you
you
put that line in a song, knowing who Jeffrey Dahmer was and having your, young fans sing that line at the top of their lungs at your concerts. Like, that's kind of gross. And then they're also calling out Kesha for her song Cannibal, which came out in 2010, that also drops Jeffrey Dahmer's name.
Did Katy Perry say?
No, I don't think she said anything. I don't know, but it's wild. Like when I first heard that line, I was like, "Ooh, that is wow!" But people didn't care then, right? Like nobody cared about.
But this isn't
stuff
the
then.
first documentary on or even show on Jeffrey Dahmer. Like
I know, but this is the first one that caught, though.
Yeah,
right. This is the
super
first
popular.
one. Yeah,
It's also a mini series, right? The other ones have been mostly docs.
right,
right?
Is it a miniseries if it's 10 episodes?
Yeah, because I don't think there's going to be a part 2, right?
No, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
It's not?
exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh my God! Did you hear everybody booing at the Jays game last night because they walked Aaron Judge?
What a cop out, huh?
What in the hell is happening to Dina's house? In Deepa's house right now? What is going on with you?
My cat is walking all over me, and my headphones are around and he's scratching me. And I tried so hard with Aaron not to be like, ow, ow, ow.
Deepa's got to work from home today, and she's like, it is a pain in the ass having cats, huh? Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, look, he's again. Look,
Yeah.
coming back.
Oh, there's Tubby again.
You handle your business.
Oh no.
Jays fans were booing like crazy last night because Aaron Judge had the opportunity to break Roger Maris's record of 61 home runs in his season, and the Jays, of course, are fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to let Aaron Judge walk up there and crack one out, so they walked him. But, of course, fans in the building want to see a record broken in Rogers Center, right?
Well, not just that. Either that or try to strike him out.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Like,
I guess there's that too.
Right?
Yeah.
Do it the competitive way.
Jays did wind up beating the Yankees, but listen to this crowd.
And Judge is intentionally walked. Now, you could get mad at the manager all you want, but he's playing for something. Now, if Alex Cora did this, you have a real reason to get angry, but he's trying to win this game to get into the playoffs. His mom, kind of amused and frustrated. Just think what you, back at home, and how frustrated you're feeling that you don't get a chance to see Judge, and then think that's her son, and she's watching every single at-bat, waiting for him to do something so special, and so probably times it by 1,000,000 by what you're feeling at home.
Yo, in front of the guy's moms.
I know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Aaron Judge was attempting to hit his 61st home run, tying Roger Maris's record, and he did it. He crushed it. Listen to this.
And the 3-2. Drilled deep to left field. This could be it. See ya. He's done it. Number 61. He's been chasing history, and now he makes it. He and Roger Maris are tied with 61 home runs, the most anybody has ever hit in a single season in American League history.
Now, that ball was going to be worth a lot of money, and
$2 million.
The guy who caught it, and then somebody else missed it as well. They dropped it, and it fell into the bullpen down below. So here's the play-by-play for that.
Those two fans that reached over the fence, they came that close to possibly hitting the lottery.
Oh no!
Right? And so the guy who fumbled it is a guy named Frankie Lasagna. Here is Mr. Lasagna.
We all stood up, and it's like gets closer and closer. You kind of lean over, and you're like, oh my god! Two bounces. One of the guys picked it up, and then the disbelief comes over, and just the shock and like the amazement of like, oh my god! I almost had it.
And now you're all over.
Do you think real name or fake name?
I don't know. I think he has a restaurant, and that's what he had said was that if he did catch the ball, he would have worked out some deal with Aaron Judge to get him into his restaurant, I guess, and exchange the publicity for the ball kind of thing. So he said that he wasn't going to keep it, but I don't know if you believe that.
What's now locked up and nobody's going to have it.
I know, because they gave it right back to him. It landed in the Jays bullpen, and then somebody from the Jays just gave it to the Yankees. And,
and probably just gave it to Aaron.
No, it goes into some, like, for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Really? Does it really?
It doesn't?
The story I read is it may not go there, but it's locked up. It's not. It's like it's back with the MLB.
Yeah, because I think that you get to keep your ball.
They should give it to him.
Man, don't you miss the steroid era? You know what I mean?
He's not the
Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds. Right?
I like baseball when they all cheat.
So baseball was way more interesting. Baseball was way more interesting when those guys were all juiced, man. Right?
Like 100 home runs in one season.
what did Bonds hit? Like 60, 73 or
like
something?
70,
like 73?
Yeah.
McGwire hit like 70 or something, 68 or
Ridiculous.
something like that. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I sort of missed that era a little bit, though.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.